This is Golden Eagle Baseball.
Swing and a miss, strike three. Line drive down into left field, base hit, and the game is tied.
From Tulsa to Omaha, catch every moment of every game right here on the ORU Sports Network. Powered by Playfly.
Tanaka hits one out into right center field. That one's well hit. Goodbye!
Here's the voice of the Golden Eagles, Connor Clark.
Live from Coach Diamond in the Twin Cities of Minnesota, it is the series finale between Oral Roberts and St. Thomas as the Golden Eagles not only go for a series sweep, but potentially go for a regular season Summit League title here this afternoon. Welcome into the ORU Sports Network. My name's Connor Clark, and this is the Empire Fence pregame show. And, well, a hectic game yesterday, 18-14, the final score. We had a combined 32 runs, a combined 34 hits, and a combined 5 errors. So if you like offense, you got a whole bunch of it. If you like chaos, you got a whole bunch of it. We hope that's not the same situation here today, just for all parties involved, especially the bullpens. But we may have something crazy happen yet again because, again, weird things happen at this time and time again. And yesterday was no exception. But Oral Roberts comes into the series finale with a record of 28-17. They are 18-3 in the Summit League. They come into today's game with a 7-game lead over Omaha for first place. St. Thomas at 9-32, 6-13. They are 11 games back of league-leading Oral Roberts. And they are 2 games back of that fourth and final Summit League tournament spot, a Summit League tournament in which they are hosting. So the Tommies still with a lot to play for with the season winding down. So the opportunities are becoming less and less and less for the Tommies as we get going. So here is the situation today, because some things could happen for Oral Roberts when it comes to the hardware department. So they can win the Summit League outright in the regular season with one of 2 things happening. They win and Omaha loses, or both Oral Roberts and Omaha loses. That's more of the anticlimactic option, so we hope that doesn't go that way. We're hoping for an Oral Roberts sweep here today. But, again, 2 things can happen, resulting in a Summit League regular season title for Oral Roberts. They shared it with the Tommies last year. They did not win it in 2024. So you got to go all the way back to 2023, the last time they won the outright Summit League regular season title. No sharing this time around, and that's exactly the mission of this Golden Eagle baseball team, which has been so good throughout the entirety of the year. And speaking of good stats for Oral Roberts, they've hit 19 home runs in their last 11 games, 7 home runs in their last 3 games. They now have leaped to the top of the Summit League in batting average as a team at 278. They are 456 in the ERA department, also top of the Summit League, 983 in the fielding department, also top of the Summit League. For St. Thomas, they're 4th in batting average at 273, 812 ERA, which is 5th, and a fielding percentage of 962, which is dead last. They did commit 3 errors yesterday in some timely moments. Oral Roberts did commit 2 errors in kind of wacky fashion. One was a throwing error on Nathan Love on a bunt attempt, and then another one was an error on a steal attempt by the Tommies. The throw got into center field because ORU was a little bit late covering. We'll talk with head coach Ryan Fulmer about those errors and the uncharacteristic nature of those errors, and how big defense is going to be here in the series finale. But again, just a wacky day. Baseball people will tell you it was just, quote, one of those days, and it certainly was for both sides. And we'll also see how the ORU bullpen is able to combat the first 2 games of the series as well, because Jack Hill essentially used both of his weekend outings in one outing on Friday, where he went 5 1/3, and then ORU 4 bullpen arms with a short start from Nathan Love. They used Connor Johnson for 2 2/3, Keaton Ruthart for 2/3 of an inning, Luke Williams threw an inning, and Maddox Thornton threw 2 innings, and he was really good yesterday. But that's the most amount of arms that ORU has had to use out of the bullpen in a weekend game all season long. So again, it's going to be kind of a slippery slope on how they manage things here today. You may see some arms that you wouldn't normally see during the weekend down the stretch of this series finale as well. So it's going to be a wacky game, and, of course, a game in which ORU hopes to secure that outright Summit League regular season title. Oral Roberts now 16-10 over the Tommies all time. They are 7-3 in their last 10 games against St. Thomas. They have won 6 in a row. They're now 6-4 here at Coach Diamond. And again, they came into the weekend with a 4-game losing streak to the Tommies in this ballpark. They have since combated that with back-to-back wins. The last loss against the Tommies, you got to go all the way back to April 27th of last year when the Tommies beat the Golden Eagles 3-1 at Chapman Park. But a lot of success since then for Oral Roberts. They are 5-0 against St. Thomas in 2026, looking for the regular season sweep over the Tommies as well, on top of everything else that they are playing for here this afternoon. So should be a really fun one. A pair of left-handers as well. Sam Stockman going for the Tommies, 2-2 with a 5.91 ERA for the sophomore. And then it's the redshirt freshman left-hander Jackson Farrell making his 6th start of the year, 2-1 with a 4.09. So a pair of lefties here on Sunday afternoon. Should be fun to watch both of those guys get into it. Two guys that have been stretched further and further and further when it comes to their innings output. We will discuss that with both of those starting pitchers as the broadcast goes into the opening innings. So that is what you have to look forward to, and you also have to look forward to a conversation with a head coach, Ryan Fulmer. We will chat with him coming up here on the Empire Fence pregame show, as we always do. We will do a brief recap of yesterday's wild 18-14 win, and, of course, we will talk about the plan of attack with the bullpen and how this offense can keep it going. And we don't talk about the potential of clinching an outright regular season title because, well, that's the last thing that head coach Ryan Fulmer wants to talk about here with still 2 weekends left to go in Summit League Conference play. He is all business all the time, as ORU fans know. But that's a big reason why he's had so much success at this place as well. So all that and more is coming your way on the ORU Sports Network on the Empire Fence pregame show, and then we'll have all 9 innings of baseball for you. So stick with us. This is the Empire Fence pregame show. You're listening to the ORU Sports Network.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Welcome back to the Empire Fence pregame show here on the ORU Sports Network. Connor Clark now joined by the head coach Ryan Fulmer in front of Game 3 between Oral Roberts and St. Thomas. And coach, a marathon yesterday, back and forth. And one of the common themes we've been talking about all season long is your team's maturity, and I think it was on full display yesterday because it felt like every time you guys threw a punch, the Tommies threw one back, but then you had the counter to the counter, and that was ultimately the separator in yesterday's 18-14 win.
The counter to the counter to the counter
yes,
to the counter, right? It seemed like it went back and forth. Yesterday was just one of those days, man. Like a lot of hits in this ballpark, balls carrying. I didn't think anybody was particularly sharp on the mound, maybe except Maddox Thornton. I thought his outing was really good. So, again, it's just one of those days. I think the biggest thing you take from a game like that yesterday is, number one, the response. And the second part is, man, you got to be able to win in different ways.
Right.
And we've won it on the mound several times throughout the year. We've won it defensively several times throughout the year. And this is one of those ones where we just had to keep scoring, and we found a way to do that.
You just had 3 batters with 4 RBIs in yesterday's game. Now, of course, when you score 18 times, that's probably going to happen at some point. But Will Edmondson's really been leading the charge this week, and he's got 7 runs driven in over the 2 games. And I heard him talking in the hotel yesterday. He says he has the cycle over the first 2 games. So for what that is worth, but he's been swinging it really, really well. And a guy whose story we've highlighted because, he came out of the gate this season struggling, and then he battles with that injury, and now he's one of the hottest bats in your lineup.
Yeah, last month he's been locked in. He's been really good, and I think the last couple weeks especially, it just looks like every swing that he takes, he's just right on the ball and he's locked in. So it's good to see him have production. Obviously, yesterday we needed a bunch of guys to be able to do that, and he found a way to get it done.
Fast forwarding to today, you guys get Jackson Farrell on the bump, looking for a bounce-back start for him. And for the first time, we've seen him, quote-unquote, struggle against North Dakota State for the first time all year. But other than that, he's been a really sharp left-hander for you. And what are the expectations for him? And, of course, a bullpen that got a lot of usage behind him. Will things look any different here today or more of the same?
Yeah, they're going to be very different. We had to go to the bullpen a lot the last 2 days. Jack got extended on Friday. When you want to be cautious, this time of year too, because we know what's coming here in a couple weeks. And, you got to make sure you take care of guys and be very cautious. So, yeah, it's going to look a little bit different today. But what we need from Jackson is just a good start. He needs to be sharp, needs to be in the zone. Again, we feel like this is a pretty good matchup for him too, as left-handed as this lineup is. So we need a good start from him for sure.
With a day like yesterday where you used so many arms, and really over the first 2 days in the series, because you essentially knock out Jack Hill for the entirety of the series with his 5 innings, and what kind of opportunities does that present other arms that maybe don't normally see the weekend, especially on Sunday?
Yeah, provides opportunity. Keaton got a shot yesterday. I think he's been very good up to this point as well. You may see some guys that don't have a ton, but our expectations for those guys are the same. Those guys need to help us in whatever role that is. So we'll see how it goes. Again, we need a good start from Jackson.
When I talk about the bullpen, too, I think the first name that jumps out to me for today's game is Cash Ferris, because he's a guy that you and I have talked has been really good, especially late in the ball game. And he's, of course, an arm that you'll probably have to rely heavily on here today.
Yeah, without question. I mean, he threw a couple of innings in the middle of the week that I thought were really good, too. And he'll get another shot at some point today. We know he's going to see them out at some point. You just got to decide which one of those leverage innings you kind of want to use Cash in and how long you want him to go as well. So there's kind of that double-edged sword, like when and how long do you use him. But, yeah, we feel like we got a bullpen that we have enough to be able to get through. It's just going to take a good start.
Ethan Fender back in the field for the second consecutive game. We'll see Matthew Maynard in the DH spot here today. And guy has put together, really quality swings every time he's gotten a chance. He's been that Saturday starter behind the dish pretty consistently this year. But, those two guys, especially as of late, you got to be worried whenever they step into the box for the opposition.
Yeah, he's been locked in for the last couple of weeks. I thought, his swings have gotten really good. Another guy that had a slow start and is just kind of getting into what we expected from him this year. So it's good to see him get going at the right time of year. And as you said, Matthew Maynard he just keeps getting better. You can kind of just see it, more comfortable, better swings, better plate discipline. He runs the bases well. He moves runners. He's done everything we've asked of him to this point. So see him get an opportunity in that DH spot today.
Maynard's sneaky fast as a catcher. We've talked about that a few times on the broadcast.
Catchers can run too now. Man, come on.
I know. Just stereotypically, they're usually slower. Being a catcher myself way back when, I understand the feeling. But the last thing for you here today, of course, defense has been a strong suit for your club all year long. Kind of a rare 2-error game yesterday, and a game that featured 5 errors. And heading into this series finale, how big is that phase of the game going to be, not only for you guys, but taking advantage of the opposition's errors here today?
Yeah, and you got to look where the errors came from too, right? We had an error on a bunt play. Kind of rushed it a little bit and overthrew the first baseman. And then we were late covering second base on the stolen base. Those are the 2 errors. So as much physical errors those were some mental errors, right? Late getting to the bag and kind of rushed the throw on a bunt play. So we need to clean those up. We got to be clean defensively. We got to be a well-rounded team. We got to make fundamental plays. And, hopefully we can get back on track with that today.
As always, Coach, thanks so much for the time. Good luck today.
Thank you.
That's head coach Ryan Fulmer. We'll get you starting lineups and first pitch of the series finale when we come back. This is the ORU Sports Network. Let's get you that starting 9 brought to you by LaCourse Law for the Oral Roberts Golden Eagles as we kick off Game 3 of this weekend series. Will Edmondson leads things off and plays right field. Makani Tanaka, the center fielder, batting second. Vailele Connie Yates behind the dish. He bats third. Cooper Combs in left cleaning things up this afternoon. Martell Davis, the second baseman, bats fifth. Ethan Fender making his second consecutive start of the weekend at first base. He bats sixth. Cooper Kelly, the third baseman, bats seventh in the DH spot. Matthew Maynard making his second appearance of the weekend, and rightfully so. And Hudson Ellis, the shortstop, he bats ninth. Starting pitcher for the St. Thomas Tommies, the left-handed sophomore Sam Stock, 2-2 with a 5.91 ERA in 35 innings, has given up 35 hits, 28 runs, 23 of them earned, 21 walks, 21 strikeouts, an opponent average of 265. As Oral Roberts looking for the series sweep over the Tommies. The sun is out, the breeze is blowing in from right, and it is a beautiful day for baseball here up in Minnesota. As the Tommies sport the pinstripes here today with St. Thomas written in script across the chest in purple. They go with the purple caps. ORU in the road grays with the ORU flame logo on the left side of the chest. And they rock the navy caps as Will Edmondson steps in to face off against Sam Stockman. And Edmondson has been on a heater this weekend. We talked about him in a pregame interview with Ryan Fulmer. And his story this season has been quite something. First pitch on the way to him is in there for a called strike, and we're off and running right at 1 p.m. It is 67 degrees and sunny. Edmondson batting .283 on the year. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way, and he smacks it foul down the right field line. 17 of his last 18 games have included a hit, and he is 4 for 10 over the weekend. With a homer, a triple, a double, and he has driven in 7 runs. He's just been absolutely fantastic for this squad. Pitch home, and that one misses low to make it 1 ball and 2 strikes to Will Edmondson. Last time out for Stockman. Got to go back to the 26th of April where he threw 2 shutout against Omaha in a win. No walks and a strikeout for him. The 1-2, Edmondson barely fights it off the end of the bat back into the right. Got to go back April 17th, which was that wild 21-inning game. He threw 8 2/3 out of the bullpen. 6 hits, 2 runs, all of them earned. 4 walks, 8 strikeouts out of the bullpen. Here's the pitch home. The 1-2 ventures high. And Stockman, a guy who originally started as a bullpen arm, is starting to get stretched out more and more and more when you talk about the output of innings for him, is trying to fulfill that Sunday starter role for the Tommies. The 2-2 on the way. Edmondson looks at a ball in the dirt to fill up the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And ORU 11-9 now on the road. The Tommies 3-8 at home. They've not had many opportunities here just because of weather. And Stockman out of the line, the payoff pitch. Edmondson hits it hard on the ground. Pooter, a diving stop at shortstop, gets up, throws on a couple of hops, but not in time. Edmondson beats it out in an infield single to begin the series finale here on Sunday. 5th hit of the weekend for Will Edmondson. That'll bring up Makani Tanaka, the team leader in average, home runs, RBIs, and OPS. Batting .332, 10 homers. He hit his 10th of the year yesterday. It was a 2-run shot, 43 RBIs. And an OPS of 1,000 hits in 7 straight for Makani. 5 for 11 over the weekend. Another guy who's just been raking in this Golden Eagle lineup. And what has been a high-scoring weekend for ORU. First pitch, a breaking ball that drops in. ORU won game 1 7-4. They won game 2 18-14. What does Sunday hold? That is the million-dollar question. We really have no idea. No balls and a strike. A man on first. Nobody out here in the top of the first. Pitch home to Tanaka. Big swing and a miss at a fastball. Stockman faced ORU twice down in Tulsa. First outing, he did not record an out. Gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 2 hits and 2 walks, no strikeouts. Second outing, much better. 2 scoreless with 1 hit. No walks and no strikeouts in that series finale. 0-2, ventures low and outside to the left-handed Tanaka. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Stockman, native of Elk River, Minnesota. Transfer out of Utah. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Same spot, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Makani Tanaka. The product of Elk River High School. It's the second lefty starter that ORU has seen over the weekend. And they fared relatively well against left-handed starters this year. The 2-2 low and outside again for the 3rd consecutive time. Fills up the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. ORU is 5-2 against left-handed starting pitching this year, including yesterday. We'll throw back over to first. Edmondson back in without a slide. as a team for Oral Roberts, they had 262 against lefties as a unit. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Makani Tanaka. Stockman looks over at first and fires home. A breaking ball is lifted foul back into our left. And that one goes over the dorm building. Every foul ball behind the plate here is an adventure. We got a dorm building to our left. We got a dorm to our right, as well as a parking lot. We saw a windshield take a foul ball in. Well, I will say that windshield did not leave unscathed. Payoff pitch again to Tanaka. Big swing and a miss for strike 3, but no, they say it's a foul ball as it pops out of the glove of the catcher Beresford. So Tanaka lives to see another pitch here in the opening inning. Edmondson just reached on an infield single if you're just joining us. And ORU playing for some hardware here today. They need a win and an Omaha loss. Payoff pitch again. A little bit outside, ball 4. Great eye from Makani Tanaka. And the first 2 Golden Eagles are aboard here in the opening inning. And that brings up Vailele Kana-Yates. Another Golden Eagle having a great series, 5 for 9 over the weekend with a homer, a double, 3 runs driven in, batting .317 on the year, which is second on the team. Runners on first and second, nobody gone here in the top of the first inning. Stockman fires in the first pitch, and Kana-Yates sends it out into center field, driving Fritcher a little bit back, but the wind blowing it back in as Fritcher adjusts, and he makes the catch. Both runners bluff a tag, and there is 1 gone. Well, yesterday the story was the wind was whipping out to right. Today the story is the wind is whipping in from right. So it's going to be a much different day for the outfield on both sides as Cooper Combs will step in. Bases with 2 on and 1 gone. Combs batting .288, hits in 11 of his last 12. He's 2 for 11 over the weekend. Stockman looks back at second base and fires home the first pitch upstairs for a ball. Coming into the weekend, Combs is one of the most dangerous hitters in the Summit, still is. But he came into the weekend with hits in 9 of his last 10. 4 straight multi-hit games with 4 home runs and 16 RBIs. 1-0. Breaking ball outside. Combs now has 17 RBIs over his last 12, which is still a number to be in awe at. Watched a 2-run home run against Oklahoma State at One Oak Field on Tuesday night. It was a no-doubter beyond the left field fence. He faces a 2-0 count, and Stockman fires in. And Combs pops it up a mile high left side of the diamond. It's Pooter at shortstop into the outfield grass, now into the infield dirt, and he makes the catch. 2 gone. So we see that again. Both balls in the air. The Tommy defenders back initially and then forced to come in because of the wind and how it's playing. And that'll bring up Martell Davis. Are you trying to avoid stranding 2 runners? They got him on first and second. Edmondson led off the inning with an infield single. Tanaka walked right after him. And Martell Davis batting .305 on the year. Hits in 5 of his last 6. First pitch on the way to him. And Davis hits one on the ground over to guess who? Adam Pooter at shortstop. Throws on the run in time. And the inning is over. So Oral Roberts puts the first 2 on, but they cannot do anything with it as Stockman goes 1-2-3 right after it. And we go to the bottom half of the first inning. Oral Roberts, nothing, and St. Thomas coming up for the first time in the Sunday series finale. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle Baseball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
Go to the bottom of the first inning from Coach Diamond as the Tommies come into the plate for the first time. Let's meet the Tommies. Starting 9 brought to you by LaCourse Law. Tanner Recchio, the second baseman, leading off for the third straight game this weekend. Easton Fritcher out in center field bats second. And Joe Roeder, the first baseman, bats third. Owen Bond in right field cleaning things up this afternoon. Matthew Mollick in left field batting fifth, coming off of a 2-homer day yesterday. And Lucas McNellis, the DH, bats sixth. Adam Pooter, the shortstop, at the 7th spot. Max Beresford behind the plate and batting 8th. Zan Von Schlegel, the third baseman, bats 9th. They face off against the redshirt freshman left-hander Jackson Farrell, 2-1 with a 4.09 ERA. This is start number 6 for him this year. 22 innings, 21 hits, 10 runs, all of them earned. 6 walks and 26 strikeouts. An opponent average of 253 on the year. Jackson Farrell has been really good in this Sunday starter spot. He's coming off of, though, an outing where he really stumbled, and it's really the first time he could say that all year. He gave up 7 runs in 3 innings against the Bison a week ago today. So looking for a bounce-back start here this afternoon against the Tommies with a Summit League outright regular season title on the line. So Tanner Recchio will step in, the second baseman, playing at second for the second consecutive day. Started the series in center field, but full line last time out for Farrell. 3 innings, 4 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. Recchio batting .310, currently riding a 12-game hit streak. Lefty on lefty matchup here, and Farrell out of the line fires the first pitch. Recchio squares for bunt over to third base, and Kelly charging makes a smooth play. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the bottom half of the first inning. So Cooper Kelly makes the play. Recchio retired, and here comes Easton Fritcher, batting .254. Jackson Farrell, the redshirt freshman out of Owasso, Oklahoma, transferring from Arkansas. He's out of the line and fires in the first pitch to Fritcher in there for a called strike. Left-handed heavy top half of the lineup for the third consecutive day for the Tommies. First 5 in the order, all lefties, just like the first 2 games. 0-1 on the way, breaking ball, foul tip into the glove of Connie Yates for strike 2. The punch-out has been very good to Farrell this year. As we mentioned, 26 of them in 22 innings coming into today. He has not had an outing where he has had only single, or I should say 1 strikeout. Pitch home, check swing, low and outside. They appeal over to third. Andrew Fulton says, no, we did not go around. He's at third base. Jason Blackburn is at first. Josh Mara is behind the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes as Farrell out of the line fires home. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Went back to that breaking ball, and Fritcher waves right through it. First strikeout of the game for Jackson Farrell. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. Thanks so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with us as Joe Roeder steps in for the Tommies. 2 gone and the bases empty. Roeder batting .276. Team leader in RBIs with 33 of them. He gave up the team lead in homers to Matthew Mollick after he hit 2 of them yesterday. First pitch on the way, and it's in there for a called strike. Well, we will be scoreboard watching throughout the afternoon, with Omaha and Northern Colorado playing a rubber match out in Greeley. You know, ORU needs an Omaha loss. 0-1, that went outside. Makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, ORU can win the Summit League outright with a win and an Omaha loss. They can also win the Summit League outright if they lose and Omaha loses as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. Farrell out of the line, fires home. That one lifted down the right field line, but curling well foul out of play to make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. And well, in that Omaha-UNC game, the Mavs have jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the top of the first inning. So that is not what you want to see if you're an Oral Roberts fan. Trying to seal the deal here with still 2 weekends left. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Made him look silly with a breaking ball down and away. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jackson Farrell. Caps off a 1-2-3, bottom of the first. We head to the second. No score between Oral Roberts and St. Thomas from Coach Diamond. We'll be back with you in a moment. This is Golden Eagle Baseball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today. WAC.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Go to the second inning. No score between St. Thomas and Oral Roberts here in the Sunday series finale. Waldo's Chicken is the home of Southern Fried and Fire Roasted Chicken. Don't forget the scratch-made sides like mac and cheese, collard greens, and our hand-cut fries. Waldo's Chicken has 3 convenient locations to serve you. 71st and Yale in Tulsa, Broken Arrow, and Owasso. Dine-in to-go delivery and catering. Waldo's Chicken, proud supporters of Golden Eagle Athletics. Ethan Fender to lead things off out of the 6th spot here in the top of the second inning. Both teams go scoreless in their respective halves of the first. Merrill with a 1-2-3 inning with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch on the way to Ethan Fender is a strike over the outside part of the plate. ORU put the first 2 on in the first, an infield single from Edmondson and then a walk from Tanaka. Then the next 3 were retired. Stockman out of the line and fires in the 0-1. That went in there for a called strike 2. So quickly 0-2 on Ethan Fender, batting .243. He is 2 for 9 in the series. Both of those hits are 2-run home runs. So Fender has been swinging a heavy bat lately. 0-2, low and outside for a ball. Overall hits in 9 of his last 10, 4 homers, 17 RBIs. This is his 26th game, his 21st start of the season. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff man. And the pitch home, Fender looks at another ball low and outside, similar spot, 2-2. Beautiful sunny day here in the Twin Cities, not a cloud in sight. Temperatures near 70, a slight breeze coming in from right field right now. And can't draw it up any better. Here's the 2-2. And Fender gets jammed off the hands right side of the infield. It is Roeder at first base, making the pop fly catch to a knee. And there's 1 gone here in the second. So here is Cooper Kelly stepping in. Bases empty, 1 gone. The third baseman this afternoon, batting .261. 1 for 7 over the weekend with 3 RBIs, all driven in yesterday. So Kelly trying to get ORU back in the hit column. First pitch on the way to him. And Kelly launches out to left field. This one's hit way deep, and Malik leaps, and it's gone. Third home run of the year for Cooper Kelly, and he gets the scoring started on Sunday. A solo shot makes it 1-0 ORU in the second. Absolutely turned on it over the left field wall, and the home run parade continues for ORU. Their 18th bomb in the last 12 games. 42nd home run of the year in total. And that is the second home run of the week for Cooper Kelly. He homered to start the scoring in the second inning against Oklahoma State on Tuesday, funny enough. First pitch to Matthew Maynard. He squares up for a bunt, pulls it back, and he takes the ball down low. Maynard getting an opportunity in the DH spot here today, batting .290. And man, he has made his opportunities count. We talked with Ryan Fulmer in the pregame about him, and it was like every time he enters the box, something big is going to happen as of late. Here's the 1-0. And Maynard takes ball 2 down low. He's batting .290 in 22 games thus far. This is his 23rd game today, his 18th start of the year. Went 2 for 4 yesterday with a double, drove in 4, and scored 3 times. 1 home run, 14 RBIs. 2-0. Maynard hits one on the ground over to third base. Von Schlegel there, throws across in time. And there's the second out of the inning. So Maynard retired by the third baseman, Von Schlegel. And here is Hudson Ellis, the shortstop, with the bases empty and 2 gone. And a 1-0 Oral Roberts lead here in the top of the second inning. Ellis with a .303 average, 2 for 7 over the weekend. A couple of RBIs and 3 runs scored. Hits in 5 of his last 7 games. Cooper Kelly solo shot the difference here early. First pitch on the way, and a breaking ball drops in for a called strike. Now, ORU, for the 3rd time this weekend, has scored first. And when they score first, well, they have a pretty good record. 19-8 this year. Pitch home, a big swing and a miss to make it 0-2 for Hudson Ellis. When it comes to production in the 2nd inning, that continues to grow as well. Well, Roberts scored 4 times in the 2nd yesterday as the 0-2 Ventures high and outside, twice on Friday. So the solo shot for Ellis is the 46th run scored by the Golden Eagles in the 2nd inning this year. Here's the 1-2, and Ellis takes the ball in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. ORU went deep 3 times yesterday. I mentioned coming into this game that they went deep 7 times in the last 3 games, so pretty much all week. Here's the 2-2 to Ellis. Runs inside, nearly hit him. I think he was about to make an argument that it did, but just missed his thigh. And the count is full after Ellis fell behind 0-2. Trying to turn over the lineup card for Will Edmondson, who's awaiting on deck. 1 for 1 with an infield single in the 1st inning. Payoff pitch on the way, and Ellis grounds it foul. Third base side will do it again. The Stockman, again, a young arm. It'll be interesting to see how far he goes this season. That home run was just the 3rd home run given up by him this season. Payoff pitch. Ellis skies it out into right field against the wind. Owen Bond located out there, and he makes the catch. The inning is over. But Oral Roberts opens up the scoring for the 3rd time over the weekend series. This time, it's a Cooper Kelly solo shot. His 2nd of the week, his 3rd of the year. And we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Golden Eagles on top of the Tommies 1-0 when we come back on the ORU Sports Network.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Bottom of the 2nd we go. ORU up 1-0 after a Cooper Kelly solo shot in the top of the 2nd inning. Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury, the Don Thornton Auto Group, proud supporters of ORU athletics. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. A 1-0 Golden Eagle lead over the Tommies here in the Sunday series finale. And Jackson Farrell went 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 1st inning, trying to replicate that against Owen Bond, Matthew Mollick, and Lucas McNellis. 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup. Already 2 Ks for Jackson Farrell this afternoon. First pitch on the way of the inning, right down the pipe for a called strike 1. Cooper Kelly, his 3rd home run of the year in the top of the inning. ORU's 20th homer in the last 12 games. So the number even higher than we all expected. They're 8th in the last 4. Farrell out of the wind in the 0-1. Off the end of the bat, foul back into the left. I mentioned that as the 41st homer for ORU this season, which is the most in the Summit League by 10 now. 0-2 on the way from Farrell. Outside for a ball. The wind really starting to pick up. You can probably hear it over the microphones here at Coach Diamond. Nearly losing our crowd mic here for a second. I'm going to put that back. Here's the 1-2, low and outside for a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another pretty good crowd here on the campus of University of St. Thomas. In smaller facility, but feels a lot larger when you get the people in here. Here's the 2-2 on the way from Jackson Farrell. A chopper right side of the diamond over at second base. Martell Davis retires Owen Bond to begin the second. So here's Matthew Mullick after the ground out from Bond. Left fielder batting .286, now leading the Tommies with 6 home runs. He hit 2 of them yesterday. 4 for 9 in the series. He's got a double to go along with those 2 long balls. And the first pitch on the way. Farrell catches the outside corner for a strike. 5th consecutive lefty that Farrell is facing off against. He's out of the wind and the 0-1. Big swing and a miss. Nothing in 2. Mentioned ORU's offensive success against left-handed pitching this year. We'll talk about left-handed pitching for ORU against left-handed batting for the opposition. Pitch home from Farrell. In the dirt, it skips away from Connie Yates, but nobody on, so no consequences. But when it comes to Jackson Farrell this year, he's giving up just a 167 average against left-handed hitting. 3 for 18. The pitch home outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. As a unit, ORU only gives up a 220 average against left-handed hitting. And again, that's with a lot of right-handed pitching too, so that's even more impressive there. 2-2, breaking ball a little bit outside. Connie Yates thought that was strike 3, nearly threw it down to third base, but instead, count is full. But Farrell not missing by much on that one. So Farrell out of the wind and the payoff. Fouled straight back on the netting. And we will try it again. And I know this isn't the leadoff hitter, but Bond, the leadoff hitter, was retired. Farrell this season giving up a 348 average to leadoff hitters this year. Payoff pitch in on the ground over to shortstop. It's Hudson Ellis, smooth as silk, throws across the diamond, 2 gone. 5 up, 5 down for Farrell to start Sunday afternoon. It's up to Lucas McNellis, the DH, to try and continue the inning for the Tommies. Batting .269, had an 8-game hit streak come to an end on Friday. He did not play yesterday. Went 0 for 3 in that game with a walk. This is his 34th game of the year, 29th start for McNellis. And the first righty that Jackson Farrell faces this afternoon. First pitch on the way, in there for a called strike. I wonder what that does for a pitcher, too, mentally. You go lefty, 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 and then all of a sudden a complete change in look at the dish. 0-1 pitch on the way from Farrell. Big swing and a miss. And a heater upstairs. Nothing in 2. And Farrell a strike away from a second consecutive 1-2-3 inning. Looks in control here early. I mentioned in need of a bounce back start after giving up 7 to the Bison a week ago today at home. The 0-2 on the way. High and outside. Longest outing this year for Farrell is 4 1/3. That came 2 weeks ago. And that's kind of the neighborhood they'd ideally like him to be in, the 1-2 upstairs. Especially with the 5 bullpen arms that ORU has used this weekend. You could theoretically use Ruthart and Williams again. They threw an inning and under. It all comes down to the pitch count as well. 2-2. Popped up right side of the diamond, foul ground. Fender right on top of the line. A little stutter step before making the catch. And the inning is over. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Jackson Farrell and the Golden Eagle defense. And we go to the third. Oral Roberts with an early 1-0 lead over St. Thomas here in the Sunday series finale. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle baseball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
Get people in your door by going outdoors. Out there, it's drive time all the time. Travelers are a captive audience from point A to point B, and they'll see your advertising all day, every day. People change radio stations, but they rarely change their commute to work or their favorite places. It's high reach, high frequency, and one of the most dependable advertising mediums around. Let the professionals at Lamar Outdoor help you tap this valuable resource today.
Will Edmondson leading things off, top of the order coming through for Oral Roberts here in the third inning. They're operating with a 1-0 lead here in the Sunday series finale. Stockman out of the line and fires in the first pitch, and Edmondson skies it shallow left center. Pooter back from shortstop in the outfield grass, and he makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down on one pitch here in the third. Edmondson retired for the first time here this afternoon. That brings up Makani Tanaka, who walked in the first inning. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network, live from Coach Diamond here at the University of St. Thomas campus. Smack dab in the middle of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Twin Cities. Same area in which the conference tournament is located. We'll be at in about 2.5 weeks or so. First pitch to Tanaka is a little bit low and outside. Be hosted at the University of Minnesota, but St. Thomas is the host school. 1 ball and no strikes. Stockman out of the line and fires home. Tanaka with a rocket over to first base. Sliding stop by Roeder on the line, and he'll take it himself. My goodness, what a play from Joe Roeder. For a Tommy defense that has struggled all season long, they have sure made some really nice plays individually over the course of the weekend. You can add that one to the highlight reel. 2 up, 2 down here in the third, and that'll bring up Vailele Kanayate, who flew out to center field his first time up. But Tanaka put the screws on that one, and Roeder in the right spot at the right time to make a sliding stop. First pitch to Kanayate misses low. Now 5 for 10 over the weekend. It's in back-to-back games for him. He entered the weekend going 1 for 14 in his last 4 games. Has really turned it around against the Tommies. 1-0. That one misses a little bit low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Batting .317 heading into the series finale. A guy that ORU is absolutely going to need in postseason play. 2-0. A little dribbler, middle of the infield. Recchio from second base throws against the grain, and it's not in time. Connie Yates able to beat it out. And another infield single for Oral Roberts here to start off Sunday. Edmondson led off the ball game with an infield single. This time, Connie Yates able to beat it out as Recchio was sprinting to his right, and his momentum carried him away from the first base back and to throw across his body. And the throw just a tad late. Recchio's got all the speed in the world, maybe too much speed for his own good in that sort of situation. And that brings up Cooper Combs with a runner on first and 2 outs here in the third. 1-0 Oral Roberts. Cooper Kelly's solo homer is the difference right now. First pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a strike. Combs popped out to the shortstop, Pooter, who has been busy this afternoon. No balls and a strike. And the pitch home, right to Pooter. A line drive, but it's over his head into left field. So a 2-out base hit from Combs keeps the line moving. And ORU's got him on first and second for Martell Davis with 2 gone. The first normal base hit ORU has had here this afternoon that has not left the yard. The 2 infield singles and a homer before that single from Combs, which is his 3rd hit of the weekend. And here's Davis, who grounded out to Pooter at shortstop. 1-0 Oral Roberts, potentially looking for more here in the third. First pitch, a breaking ball in at the knees against Davis. Like a 1 ball and no strikes. Davis, 19 RBIs on the season. He has not driven in an RBI over the weekend. Pitch home to Davis, and that one misses low. With runners in scoring position this year, Martell hitting .346 on the year. He's ahead of the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Got Connie Yates on second, Combs on first. Stockman looks in and fires the 2-0. Davis watches a strike go by, a breaking ball. ORU in front early. We saw Omaha was in front early, but now they're behind early. A 5 spot in the second inning for Northern Colorado. The Bears have taken a 5-2 lead over the Mavs. 2-1. Davis takes a ball at the chest. 3 balls and a strike now. The other game in action, South Dakota State, North Dakota State. That one 3-1 in favor of the Jacks in the bottom of the second up in Fargo. But that game doesn't really concern Oral Roberts here this afternoon. The 3-1. Davis with the liner right at Recchio, and he makes the catch underhanded right at his knees. And the inning comes to a close. So Oral Roberts gets back-to-back hits with 2 gone in the third, but they come up empty. And we go to the bottom half. It's the Golden Eagles 1 and the Tommies 0 here in the Sunday series finale. You're listening to the ORU Sports Network.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Go to the bottom half of the third inning. ORU with an early 1-0 lead over St. Thomas here in the series finale. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. TTCU Federal Credit Union is proud to be the exclusive credit union partner of Oral Roberts University. Founded by teachers in 1934, TTCU serves more than 150,000 members with 20 branch locations. If you don't have the ORU School Pride Visa debit card, get one today and support the Golden Eagles. Visit ttcu.com/ORU for details. Jackson Farrell back to work. He's gone 6 up, 6 down to begin Sunday. He faces off against Adam Puder, Max Beresford, and Zan von Schlegel. A pair of strikeouts for Farrell, both coming in the first. Went ground out, pop out in the second. First pitch on the way to Puder in there for a called strike. Puder batting .306, having a phenomenal freshman season. 2 home runs, 20 RBIs, a 12-game hit streak for him. 4 for 9 over the weekend with 4 runs driven in. The 0-1. And he fouls a breaking ball off of his left shin where he does not wear the shin guards. So a couple of extra steps to try and walk that one off. That never feels good. On the baseball-sized bruise, most likely on his leg tomorrow morning. Happy Monday. No balls and 2 strikes. Farrell out of the line, the 0-2, high and outside. Jackson Farrell has been impressive. And obviously a much different vibe of this game than it was yesterday. Pitch home, a swing and a miss for strike 3. And the third punch out for Jackson Farrell already is the first out of the third inning. And here comes Max Beresford. H is empty and 1 gone. And, well, at this point in Farrell's last start, NDSU was up 2-0. He would go into the fourth. That's where you give up the 5 runs. But anything but here this afternoon. First pitch on the way to Beresford. A little bit high and outside for a ball. Bases empty and 1 gone here at the bottom of the third inning. Beresford batting .253, 3 for 7 over the weekend. And the pitch home, skies it foul back into the right. This will leave the field of play. And it goes off the top floor of the dorm, off the window, and ricochets down to the hill beyond the Tommy dugout, first base side. It'll definitely be an interesting experience. You're just chilling out in your room, and then all of a sudden a baseball comes through your window. 1-1, fouled back. This one will get over the dorm building this time, back to our right. Actually ricochets off the roof and into the parking lot. But no cars were harmed in the making of that foul ball. And it is 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Farrell out of the line, the 1-2 upstairs. And obviously the windows on that dorm building are strong enough to withstand a foul ball. For the most part, I would imagine. Pretty thick windows. 2-2 upstairs, count is full. But as a baseball fan, too, I think it would be kind of cool to have a dorm that overlooks the baseball field. Free tickets every time. Payoff pitch in the air, shallow right field. Edmondson sprinting over towards the line, and he makes the catch. Very nicely done from Will Edmondson. And there are 2 gone here in the 3rd inning. Here comes Anton Schlegel, the third baseman, batting .205 this year. 8 up, 8 down for Jackson Farrell to begin Sunday. Von Schlegel, 2 for 6 over the weekend. He does have hits in 6 of his last 7 games, despite having an average sitting around that 200 line. First pitch on the way from Jackson Farrell. A little bit upstairs for a ball. Base is empty and 2 gone. Farrell fires the 1-0. That one finds the zone for a strike. So pretty lively campus yesterday with the Kentucky Derby going on. Everybody wearing their Derby outfits. Apparently a pretty big deal up here at UST. 1-1. That one fouled straight back to the netting. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now, obviously, the Kentucky Derby is a big deal. I'm not saying that. It's only a big deal here at St. Thomas. But the student body certainly takes it upon themselves to celebrate it accordingly. So we saw a lot of them walking around, and a lot of them made a pit stop at the baseball game yesterday, which was cool as well. The 1-2 drops below the zone of the feet to make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Only added to the atmosphere that we had here at Coach Diamond. Farrell ready, and the 2-2. High and outside, ball 3. The count full to Anton Schlegel. Once again, if you're just joining us, Oral Roberts needs a win and an Omaha loss to clinch the outright regular season title. Farrell with a payoff pitch. Jammed him, popped him up. Left side of the diamond. Ellis back from shortstop in the outfield grass. Makes the catch. 9 up, 9 down for Jackson Farrell, his first time through the Tommy lineup. We go to the 4th. Oral Roberts with a 1-0 lead over St. Thomas. Cooper Kelly's solo shot the difference right now. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle Baseball. This is the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast. Whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial, sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
To the 4th inning we go here from the Twin Cities in Minnesota. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. And the Golden Eagles with a 1-0 lead over the Tommies in the Sunday series finale. Cooper Kelly with a solo shot in the 2nd. That is the difference right now. His 3rd home run of the year, his 2nd home run of the week. He will be due up in the inning behind Ethan Fender and in front of Matthew Maynard. 6, 7, and 8 due up here in the 4th, just as they were in the second. Stockman comes out of the line. The left-hander fires and misses a little bit outside for ball one. Fender popped out to the first baseman his first time up. And the 1-0. He pops it up again, this time a mile high. Who's going to grab it? This might be a tough play for the Tommies. Roeder in from first base, calls everybody off, makes the catch. No, he doesn't. Pops out of his glove right in front of the bump. And Fender reaches safely to begin the fourth inning. It looked like that Roeder had it for a moment. And it goes right off of his glove and drops. So Fender on via the error to lead off the fourth inning. That's a 56th error on the Tommies this year. We mentioned it might be a tough play because that ball was straight up. And every time you have all four infielders converge, that is never an easy play to make, no matter who you are. First pitch on the way to Kelly in there for a called strike. So Kelly now 2 for 8 with 4 runs driven in over the weekend after the homer. No balls and a strike. A look at first, and he fires home. A breaking ball drops in for a called strike 2. We've seen some costly errors from St. Thomas over the weekend, too, most notably on Friday. Game was a little bit tighter and obviously a lot more low scoring. 0-2. Well outside in the opposite batter's box. Beresford, his error on Friday was a big one where he dropped a pop-up on the first pitch to Will Edmondson with 2 outs behind the batter's circle. ORU would score 2 more runs in the inning right after that. 1-2, and Kelly takes a ball upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Taking advantage of Tommy errors was a big talking point heading into the weekend. I think for the most part, ORU has done a really nice job of that. Let's see if they can take advantage of this error to lead off the fourth. The 2-2, Kelly hits it sharply on the ground and off the glove of Pooter into left field. He went down to his knees to try and stop it. Fender goes corner to corner. Kelly will get up to second base, and there are 2 in scoring position with nobody out in the fourth inning. So again, the infield for the Tommies having a little bit of trouble, and Oral Roberts in business with nobody gone here in inning number 4. That is also an error. So back-to-back on the Tommy defense, and here's Matthew Maynard. Big chance for him. Drove in 4 yesterday in a 2-for-4 effort. He caught defensively. Today he's the DH, and the first pitch to him ventures high for a ball. 14 runs driven in for Maynard on the season. Looking for hits now in 7 of his last 8, if he can do so in this at-bat. 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike against Maynard to make it 1-1. Batting 6 for 23 with runners in scoring position, which equates to a .261 average on the season. Fender on third, Kelly on second, and the 1-1 pitch from Stockman ventures low. 2 balls and a strike. With a runner on third and less than 2 outs, Maynard is 3 for 6. 2 balls and a strike to him, and Stockman, the left-hander, fires. Misses outside, ball 3. As an offensive unit, get this. With a runner on third and less than 2 outs this year, ORU as a team hits .661. Just an incredible production rate in this instance. The 3-1 upstairs, and the bases are loaded. So Maynard draws the walk, and Oral Roberts has him full for Hudson Ellis, the 9-hole hitter. Ellis flew out to right field his first time up. Ellis 2 for 8 in the series. He's driven in 2 over the weekend, 25 on the year. ORU leading 1-0 in the top of the 4th inning, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. Stockman ready and fires in the first pitch. Ellis watches a breaking ball drop into the zone for a strike. Ellis, redshirt freshman out of Dallas Baptist. He's been really, really good in his first full season of action in college. 0-1 on the way. Ellis hits it sharply, ground ball over to Pooter, backhanded stop at shortstop, only plays to third, it scores the run. And Oral Roberts extends the lead to 2-0 on the fielder's choice. So Fender scores in the process. Kelly is thrown out at third on the 6-5 at fielder's choice. Maynard goes up to second. And here comes Will Edmondson with runners on first and second. And only one gone. ORU up a pair now, 2-0. Edmondson 1 for 2. It's now in 18 of his last 19 games. Talk about consistency. First pitch on the way. One misses high and outside for a ball. Popped out to the shortstop Pooter in the third inning. He has driven in 24 this year. 7 across the weekend. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss. And a ball down low. Evens up the count 1-1. And for those of you keeping track at home, that run that is scored in the inning right now against Stockman is unearned because, of course, Fender reached on the error. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch home upstairs. Every other run is going to be earned, though, because Kelly was the only other one who reached on said error. He was thrown out at third. Maynard reached on a walk, and, of course, Ellis on the fielder's choice. 2 balls and a strike to Edmondson. The pitch home. Hits it hard. Guess who? Adam Pooter at shortstop. Throws the second one. Recchio the turn in time, and the inning is over. First double play of the weekend for the Tommies. Their 34th of the season. They go 6-4-3, and the damage limited here in the top of the 4th inning. But Oral Roberts does get back on the scoreboard as a fielder's choice from Ellis drives in Fender. And we go to the bottom half. It's ORU 2 and St. Thomas nothing. We'll be back in a moment. This is Golden Eagle Baseball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today. WAC.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
2-0 Golden Eagles as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning from Coach Diamond in the Twin Cities of Minnesota. Empire Fence of Tulsa, leading a legacy built on excellence since 1955. Family owned and operated. 70 years of trust in Oklahoma. Experience the Empire difference at empirefence.net. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. Top of the order due up for the Tommies as Jackson Farrell is off and running here on Sunday. 9 up, 9 down to begin his start here this afternoon. He's done it on 42 pitches. No walks and 3 punch-outs. First pitch on the way. And that went in there for a called strike against Recchio, who tried to sneak in a bunt single, but ended up grounding out to Kelly over at third on the first pitch he saw. We're back to a string of lefties. Pitch home and off the end of the bat for Recchio into shallow center. Could be a tough play. Tanaka and Combs in, and it's Combs making the catch from left. 1 gone here in the 4th. So that brings up Easton Fritcher, one of the 3 strikeout victims. Base is empty and 1 gone here in the 4th. ORU looking to secure the outright regular season title in the Summit with a win here and an Omaha loss. First pitch on the way to Fritcher is a big swing and miss. 0-1. Northern Colorado still in front of the Mavs, 5-3 out in Greeley early in that one. 0-1 pitch. And Farrell finds the inside corner for strike 2. Continues to paint. No balls and 2 strikes. Farrell is rocking and rolling the 0-2. Low and outside. That Northern Colorado game is in the top of the third, and it was a combined 7 runs in that first inning. So quite the eventful start on Sunday in Greeley. Farrell's 1-2. Low and outside again. Makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Farrell out of the wind and the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He jammed him up and in, and a 3/4 swing for Fritcher is the 4th strikeout of the afternoon for Jackson Farrell, and there are 2 gone in the 4th. Continues to command on the bump as Joe Roeder steps in with the bases empty and 2 gone. Farrell out of the wind of the first pitch to Roeder. Drops in for a called strike over the outside part of the plate. Well, in that UNC Omaha game, Omaha already has 2 homers, Jackson Trout and Tyler Bishop. There are 3 doubles for the Bears already. 0-1, a little bit outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Peruski's got 1, Bullard's got 1, and Bryant has 1. So extra bases galore in Greeley, Colorado. Farrell out of the wind and the 1-1 upstairs. Farrell looking for his 4th consecutive 1-2-3 frame. He's out of the wind here and the 2-1. In there for a called strike. Snuck it through the back door. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The starters in that Omaha UNC game, it was Landon for Northern Colorado. It was Saul for Omaha, who only goes an inning. The 2-2, low and outside. Landon's still in there at 2 1/3. Curtis is out of the bullpen for Omaha right now. Again, ORU needs an Omaha loss and a win here today. Payoff pitch. That one just upstairs. Ball 4, and I think Farrell has an argument. Not really sure where that missed. And the first base runner for St. Thomas is aboard here in the 4th. That brings up Owen Bond. This is a good-looking pitch from Farrell, but does not get the benefit of the doubt from Josh Mara behind the dish. So Farrell will work out of the stretch now with a base runner on. First pitch. One misses low for a ball. Bond grounded out to second base his first time up. Team leader in average and OPS at 980. Farrell looks over at first base and the 1-0. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. We mentioned you need an Omaha loss. Or you can still clinch with an Omaha loss and a loss of their own, but again, you don't want to clinch your outright title in that fashion. 2 balls and no strikes, and Farrell will throw back over to first, not in time. If you remember last year, ORU split the regular season title with these very Tommies, and they clinched a share of it on the last day of the regular season, pulling off a 4-game sweep of the South Dakota State Jackrabbits up in Brookings. 2-0 pitch. Upstairs, 3 balls, no strikes. So Farrell trying to get the command back here against Bond. Bond has been as consistent as they come. Second in the Summit in batting average. The 3-0 from Farrell right down the pipe for a strike. Golden Eagles scored once in the second, once in the 4th to take a 2-0 lead. A homer and a fielder's choice after a few errors. The 3-1 pitch, a little bit outside, ball 4. Again, these are not missing by much. Back-to-back walks now for Jackson Farrell. And there are 2 on with 2 out here in the 4th inning. That brings up Matthew Mullick. 0 for 1 with a ground out to shortstop. So some traffic now against Farrell for the first time all afternoon. First pitch to him a little bit upstairs. The 4th inning against the Bison is where things started to go awry. Now that was before he could even record an out. Now Wes Davis is going to come out and talk to him. And that is a good move by veteran pitching coach in Wes Davis, who's done such a good job with the staff all year long. So he will come out with his catcher, Vailele Connie-Yates, to talk with Farrell, trying to rein it in here. Just needs one more out to get out of the frame. ORU leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. Chance to clinch the outright regular season title in the Summit. Be the first outright title for Oral Roberts in the regular season since the year they went to the College World Series, 2023. The meeting is over. Now we will step back in against Mullick, who's ahead of the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Mullick, the team leader in homers. He hit 2 of them yesterday. 1-0. Farrell with a breaking ball, misses low. Got another one that is just right around the zone. Nothing given right now after such a good start. Farrell looks back at second. 2-0. Swinging a foul tip off the glove of Connie-Yates for strike 1. And I don't think it's a thing of Farrell not having good stuff. He still has good stuff. It's just he's not really getting the call right now. And that's what happens when you work along the fringe of the strike zone. It's pretty much up for debate every single time. And we're not the ones making the final decision. The 2-1, big swing and a miss. Went upstairs with it, and it's 2-2 now. With 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th. ORU leading 2-0. Farrell looked back at second. And the 2-2 upstairs. Count is full. Back-to-back walks from Farrell, trying to get out of potentially 3 consecutive to combat his 4 strikeouts. And the payoff pitch popped up and right off the netting. Those back-to-back walks, too, for Farrell. Those are only his 7th and 8th walks given up this year. He's up to 30 Ks with the 4 that he has recorded this afternoon. So the walks have really not been a thing for Jackson Farrell. He's ready. Another payoff pitch. Outside ball 4. 3 consecutive walks. And again, I think you can go back to the first one where that ball 4 was about as debatable as you could get. And here comes Lucas McNellis with the bases loaded and 2 outs. He popped out foul to the third baseman Fender. His first time up to wrap up the bottom of the 2nd at the time. So can Farrell get out of trouble here? First pitch on the way. And he catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. It's Joe Roeder on third, Owen Bond on second. Matthew Mullick on first after 3 consecutive walks. 4 Ks for Farrell. 0-1, and he gets a soft ground ball. Could be a tough play. Davis charging at second base, throws over to first, and they get him by a step. Inning over. Well, that is a top 10 defensive unit in the country doing their thing right there. Martell Davis charging and getting McNellis just in the nick of time to preserve a 2-0 lead. We go to the 5th. Oral Roberts still in control in the Sunday series finale. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle Baseball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
We head to the 5th inning from Coach Diamond here in the Twin Cities. Oral Roberts leading St. Thomas 2-0 as Makani Tanaka leads things off in the visiting half of the 5th inning. Walked his first time up in the first pitch. Tanaka skies it well over our heads and on top of the dorm. Back into our left, 0-1. Tanaka grounded out. It was a really nice play made by Roeder behind the bag at first base on a sliding stop. And he was retired his second time up. Tanaka went yard yesterday for the 10th time this year. He might do it again here. Hit well out into right center field. Bond ranging back, still going, and it'll one-hop the wall. Tanaka has plenty of speed. He's already around second. Tanaka into third, standing up, and a leadoff triple, his second of the weekend. And Oral Roberts in business to start off the 5th. Makani Tanaka just continues to rake in Summit League play. His 6th hit of the weekend and the 3rd run of the game 90 feet away. RBI chance for Vailele Kana-Yates now, who's 1 for 2 with an infield hit. Corners in the infield for St. Thomas creeping in. And the first pitch, Kana-Yates takes the ball low and outside. Well, Edmondson had a triple yesterday. Tanaka had a triple yesterday. It's their 3rd triple of the weekend. It is the 5th triple overall. Seen a lot of triples. Breaking ball home, misses upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. On the year, coming into today, ORU with 9 triples on the season. Coming into the weekend, 7. So nearly a quarter of their entire season output in triples has happened in the last 2 days. As there's a reset of the pitch clock here by home plate umpire Josh Mara. 2 balls, no strikes to Kana-Yates. Tanaka on 3rd with nobody out. The 2-0. Little bit outside yet again. Ball 3. Chance to put 2 on. With nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. Or are you trying to extend a 2-0 lead in a day where they could clinch the outright regular season title in the Summit? Stockman ready and the 3-0. Misses low, 4. 4-pitch walk for Vailele Kana-Yates. And both Hawaiians are aboard to start off the 5th. They're on the corners for Cooper Combs. And here comes a meeting. There's a righty up and throwing for the Tommies. We'll see if they go to him here or not. Again, this was a pitcher in Stockman that they've been trying to experiment with him going longer innings in this Sunday starter spot. He has gone 8 2/3 out of the bullpen in that 21-inning marathon a couple of weekends ago against Northern Colorado. So he's certainly capable of going further than what he has right here. And he hasn't necessarily pitched poorly. It's only a 2-0 game, and one of those runs is unearned. So overall, I mean, if you're a Tommy fan, you got to be happy with what you've seen from Sam Stockman. But ORU is threatening it again. Golden Eagles did have the bases loaded with nobody out in the fourth. They only get one. That'll be a sequence that may or may not be circled at the end of this ball game. Meeting is over. Stockman remains in the game. And Combs 1 for 2 with a single. Combs has driven in 34 this year. Golden opportunity for him right now. And the first pitch to him. Combs looks at a breaking ball down low. We'll go back to this category with a runner on third and less than 2 outs. Combs batting .632. He is 12 for 19 with a runner on third and less than 2 outs. The 1-0. Combs takes a strike at the bottom half of the zone. We mentioned earlier ORU's team average at .661 in this circumstance, which is otherworldly. Big reason why they've been so good. Going to run 90 feet away, you got to drive them in more times than not, and they do just that. The 1-1, he shows bunt this time, and he fouls it back to the backstop. Trying to catch the Tommy defense off guard a little bit, but it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Cooper Combs. Combs hit his 8th homer of the year on Tuesday at One Oak Field. Guy with plenty of power. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. Stockman ready and fires home. Combs with a swing and a foul tip, just barely back to the on-deck circle where Martell Davis is located. So it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Combs staying alive by the skin of his teeth. 2-0 ORU, but they're on the corners with nobody out. Here in the 5th, the pitch home, and Combs barely fights it off again. Back into the right this time. A good battle being put together here from the Kansas transfer native of Fayetteville, Arkansas. 2nd year in the program for Combs. A focal point in this offense last year, doing more of the same this year. And the 1-2. Combs pops it up over our heads. Battle continues as it thuds on top of the roof of the dorm behind us. It is really hard to track those foul balls in this little cocoon that we are in behind the dish. Do not envy the outfielders. Another 1-2. Combs looks at a ball in the dirt, lays off, took the bat off of his shoulder. Tanaka led off the inning with a triple, his 2nd of the weekend. Connie Yates with a 4-pitch walk right after that. And Stockman's 2-2. Combs fouls it off again over our heads. This one will not get over the building. It may bounce right to us. Instead, it opts for the concession stand. So nothing getting by Combs right now, forcing Stockman to work a great deal. And the 2-2. Combs looks at ball 3 in the dirt. He will not budge on that breaking ball down. You feel like 2-0 against a Tommy offense like this, it's probably not going to be enough in the grand scheme of things. So you would love to capitalize, not only in this at-bat, but in this inning as a whole. Here's the payoff pitch. Combs looks at ball 4. What an at-bat put together from Cooper Combs. And the bases are loaded with nobody out for the 2nd consecutive inning for Martell Davis. Davis 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a line out. He's 5 for 12 now over the series. 19 runs driven in from Martell. Golden opportunity right now. First pitch, a big swing and a miss. Tommy defense is content trading the run for 2 outs. They're at double play depth in the infield. We got Tanaka on third, Connie Yates on second, Combs on first. A triple and then 2 walks.
Tanaka at third. Yates at
The
second.
0-1. Davis with a hard hit ball. Diving stop by Von Schlegel at third. He'll throw home, but it skips away from the catcher, Beresford, and Tanaka is safe. Another defensive miscue for the Tommies that ORU takes advantage of. And it's 3-0 here in the top of the 5th inning as Tanaka scores from third. So Davis reaches, Tanaka scores, and the bottom line is here's run number 3. Doesn't really matter how you get it. Everybody else moves up 90 feet for Ethan Fender, who steps in. Still nobody out. And the first pitch home. Fouls it back into the right off the top of the netting. That is the 3rd error of the day for the Tommies. Back-to-back games now with 3 errors, but the only difference is we're only in the 5th inning right now. 58 of them now for the Tommies this year. It's been their Achilles heel time and time again. The 0-1. Fender with another foul ball straight back. So it is 0-2 now. Fender has 2 hits in the series. They are both 2-run home runs. Grand slam doesn't sound too shabby, does it? 0-2. He fights it off. Back into the rights. Remains 0-2 to Ethan Fender. He's got 4 home runs on the year, and all 4 of them coming in the last 8 days or so. The 0-2 again. Fender lays off. He hit a homer against OU a couple of Tuesdays ago. He hit a go-ahead homer on Saturday against NDSU, and then 2 homers this weekend. He's really starting to heat up at the right time. The 1-2. Fender checks his swing and takes the ball low and outside. So the count even at 2-2. Bases loaded, still nobody out, and a run in for the Golden Eagles on a throwing error. Three errors for the Tommies. The 2-2. Breaking ball drops in for a called strike 3, and Fender doesn't like it. But he gets sat down on strikes. First punch out for Stockman this afternoon. So here's Cooper Kelly. 1 for 2 with a solo shot. Also reached on one of the 3 Tommy errors. Bases loaded, only 1 out. Corners of the infield in for the Tommies. The middle infield backs up to double play depth. First pitch on the way, and Kelly looks at a ball low and outside.
First pitch in this at bat to Cooper Kelly, taken for a ball, 1-0. Kelly's had an adventure on the base.
Kelly now with 4 RBIs this weekend. He's got 16 of them for the season. 1-0. Kelly took the bat off of his shoulder, but he looks at a ball down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Or are you looking for the sweep? They're getting help from the guys out in Greeley. The Bears lead the Mavs 7-3 right now. The 2-0. Kelly hard hit ball over to Von Schlegel at third base. He'll have to throw home this time. Beresford is able to keep it in his glove. And the fielder's choice from Kelly reaches him at first, but the runner thrown out at home. 5-2 on the fielder's choice. And here comes Matthew Maynard. And if you're the Golden Eagles, you'd love to get more than just the 1 run here. They've had multiple innings now with the bases loaded and nobody out. You got 1 in on the 4th inning. You got 1 in here in this inning. Maynard 0 for 1 with a walk. And the first pitch. Maynard looks at a strike on the outside part of the plates. Maynard has driven in 14 this year. 4 of them yesterday in his lone game coming into the series finale over the weekend. 0-1. Maynard looks at a ball at eye level. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. That game out in Greeley in the bottom of the 3rd, by the way. Wind really starting to pick up, and it is blowing straight in from right field. 1-1. Maynard looks at a ball down low. 2 balls and a strike now to Maynard. The Golden Eagles with a run in the second, a run in the fourth and fifth. And the 2-1. Maynard checks a swing, takes ball 3 upstairs. ORU a ball away from walking in a run here, and they would absolutely take that. Just considering the way that last 2 innings have gone. Haven't really gotten it out of the infield. The 3-1. Maynard takes a strike over the inside part of the plate. That was close. I think Maynard maybe trying to sell it a little bit. Shooting his hips out of the way.
3-0 ORU.
Full count pitch coming. Stockman ready. His payoff. Runners take off. Line drive right center field into the gap. Bond over, and he makes a sliding catch on the run. Inning over. So extra bases taken away from Matthew Maynard, and Oral Roberts held to 1 after loading him up with nobody out in the 5th. Good contact from Maynard, but just not good enough. And we are halfway home in the Sunday Series finale. ORU leading St. Thomas 3-0. This is the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
Get people in your door by going outdoors. Out there, it's drive time all the time. Travelers are a captive audience from point A to point B, and they'll see your advertising all day, every day. People change radio stations, but they rarely change their commute to work or their favorite places. It's high reach, high frequency, and one of the most dependable advertising mediums around. Let the professionals at Lamar Outdoor help you tap this valuable resource today.
Bottom of the 5th we go from Coach Diamond here in the Twin Cities. Oral Roberts with a 3-0 lead over the Tommies, but you feel like it could be more after loading the bases with nobody outs in back-to-back innings. They only score once in both opportunities. Is a big swing and a miss from the leadoff man, Adam Pooter, to start off the 5th inning. Jackson Farrell has been really good. He ran into some trouble in the 4th. He walked the bases a little bit, didn't miss by much in any of those at-bats. And the 0-1. That one drops below the zone. Pooter 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
A lot of errors, a lot of walks. A long top of the 5th inning.
It's 1-1 to the leadoff man. And the pitch home from Farrell. Spoiled foul back into the right.
Yeah, 1-2. I've had the thought before. Not sure if I have vocalized.
So Farrell, he went 1-2-3 in the first 3 innings. He went 2 of 2 down to start off the 4th before walking them loaded, but got the ground out to Martell Davis. Did a really nice job on a weakly hit ground ball. The 1-2 right back at Davis. Plays it on a hop on the backhand. Gets up and throws over to first in time. What a wicked play from Martell Davis. 1 up, 1 gone here in the 5th inning. That ball was smoked, and Davis throws down the glove in the backhand and is able to scoop it up on a hop. Makes it look easy, and his stellar season at second base continues defensively. So here's Max Beresford, first pitch. Pops it up, foul back into the right. That'll get over the dorm building over there. 0-1. Beresford 0 for 1 of the fly out to right field. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. That is in the collection of impressive plays that Martell Davis has made this weekend. 0-1, that one high and outside. And he could be in conversation for your Summer League Defensive Player of the Year. I Fielding percentage above 990. And he has made some jaw droppers. 1-1. Drops below the zone. A couple plays at Omaha really stand out for Davis at second base. He had an incredible diving stop yesterday where he made a glove flip over to second base where Ellis was covering. Pitch home, fouled back. Look out in the parking lot. Make it 2-2. If they were able to turn the double play, the turn over to first was just a tad late, but if they were able to turn it, that would be one of the best double plays I've ever seen in person. Here's the 2-2 from Farrell. Grounded to guess who? Martell Davis. This one more of a routine play from second. 2 up, 2 down here in the fifth. So a busy day for Martell Davis continues. A busy inning for Martell Davis continues. And that brings up Zan Von Schlegel, the 9-hole hitter. 2 gone and the bases empty in the fifth. A 3-0 Golden Eagle lead here in the Sunday series finale. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. And this has been Jackson Farrell's ball game. First pitch, that one lifted high and foul over to the right. And it nearly hits a group of people standing in the common area down there. So it is 0-1. Von Schlegel with a pop out to Ellis. His first time up, he's 0 for 1. And in the 0-1 pitch outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Another update on that Northern Colorado Omaha game, top of the fourth. Bears leading 8-3. Good news for the Golden Eagles. 1-1. In there for a called strike 2. ORU needs an Omaha loss. And they will clinch the regular season title outright. Farrell out of the wind and the 1-2. Just upstairs. He's missing that by literally a half an inch. Farrell does have 4 strikeouts here this afternoon. Bringing his total on the season to 30. Looking for his 5th to end the 5th. The 2-2. Breaking ball just inside. That is back-to-back pitches. Right there. And I think the ORU dugout is letting home plate umpire Josh Mara hear about it a little bit. For back-to-back calls. Here's the payoff pitch. And that one misses inside, ball 4. This is exactly how the 4th inning went. Where 2 quick outs and Farrell just does not get the benefit of the doubt. And he doesn't get it here again. And that brings up Tanner Recchio. 0 for 2. I think the last 3 pitches of that at-bat, you could say 4 strikes. They're right there. First pitch on the way from Farrell. This is low. And this is where Farrell, he's a young guy. And of course, learning experience is coming quick. This is where 3 calls that go against him. He's got to wipe the slate clean here. 1-1, or 1-0 rather. Lifted down the left field line and out of play. Now it is 1-1. Bottom of the 5th inning, bases with a runner on. I'll look back over at first from Farrell and the 1-1. Hit hard on the ground. Davis ranging over, sliding stop deep in the hole. Gets up and throws him out at first base again. The inning of Martell Davis. He completes all 3 outs and a couple of highlight reel-worthy plays. And we go to the 6th inning. Oral Roberts still in front by 3. It's the Golden Eagles 3 and the Tommies nothing. And Farrell through 5 scoreless. Don't go anywhere. A good one continues from the Twin Cities when we come back. This is Golden Eagle Baseball on the ORU Sports Network.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
We go to the 6th inning. ORU still in front, 3-0 over the St. Thomas Tommies here in the Sunday Series finale. Need a home run for your next event? Marriott Tulsa Southern Hills and the Ruffin Event Center have been teammates since day one. With 100,000 square feet of combined space, we've always been the city's double play for any occasion. Call 918-493-7000 to secure your dates at Marriott Tulsa Southern Hills today. Well, we dubbed the bottom of the 5th inning the inning of Martell Davis. 2 highlight reel plays. He completes all 3 putouts. And he is flashing leather all over the right side of the infield here on Sunday afternoon. Connor Clark here with you. And the first pitch on the way to St. Ellis is roped foul. Look out in the bullpen over there. On the ORU side of things, everybody seems to be okay as Nichols is out to retrieve the loose ball. 9-1 and 2 up for the Golden Eagles against Sam Stockman. It'll be Ellis, Edmondson, and Tanaka. 0-1 on the way from Stockman. And Ellis hits one high and deep out into left field. Malik giving chase into the corner, and he makes the catch in foul ground. Somehow, some way, that ball stayed in the park. It looked like that one was going over the trees off the bat. But Matthew Malik makes a nice play in foul territory for out number 1. He had to run a long way for that one. And a highlight play for the Tommies defensively to start off the 6th. And that turns over the lineup card for Will Edmondson. But again, that one looked like it was for sure getting out of here, whether it was fair or foul. But that wind whipping in from right field certainly has something to do with it. First pitch a little bit high and outside from Will Edmondson for ball 1. Edmondson with an infield single in the first. A pop out and grounded into a 6-4-3 double play after that. 1-0 in there for a called strike to make it 1-1.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, but Malik ran a good, probably 100 feet to make that catch over to his right. Now, we mentioned this on Friday. There is no wall that goes all the way down the line, so there's just a spray-painted line. So that allowed Malik to get more of a head of steam as there's a line drive into center and a sliding catch made by Fritcher. 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th of the Tommy outfield. A couple of flashy plays here. And there brings up Makani Tanaka with the bases empty and 2 gone. But as we were saying, there is just a spray-painted line to indicate where a wall would be, and if the ball goes over that line, it would be considered out of play. Now, Malik, no question, caught it within those lines, but he's just able to run through it instead of crashing into a wall like he normally would. First pitch to Makani Tanaka, big swing and a miss. Makani 1 for 2 with a triple that led off the 5th, his 2nd triple of the weekend. He also walked in the first. 0-1. And Tanaka, a cue ball the other way at third base. Von Schlegel charging and throws him out by a step. 3 up, 3 down for the first time for the ORU offense, and it comes in the top of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom half. Oral Roberts still up 3-0 over the Tommies, and Jackson Farrell back to work when we come back. This is Golden Eagle Baseball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
Bottom of the 6th from Coach Diamond here in the Twin Cities. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. A 3-0 Golden Eagle lead over the Tommies. There are a few things you can live without, like your morning coffee and wireless internet, but there's one thing you can never live without, and that's blood. Your donation could save up to 3 lives, so what are you waiting for? Sign up to give blood today at obi.org. Jackson Farrell was really, really good here today, and he finishes today limited to 5 innings, but 5 scoreless, 5 no-hits innings for Jackson Farrell. Really, really good work for him. Easily his best outing of the year and his longest outing of the year. His final line, he goes 5 innings, no hits, no runs, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So the Golden Eagles go to the bullpen for the first time here today, and it is Will Yeary out of the bullpen to take over. He will take on 2, 3, and 4 in the Tommy lineup. Easton Fritcher, Joe Roeder, and Owen Bond. The scheduled 3. Righty on lefty matchup here as Yeary is the righty. First pitch to him, and it's in there for a called strike. The numbers for Yeary on the season, a 1-0 record, a 9.45 ERA, and 7 appearances all out of the bullpen. 6 2/3 for him. 8 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses low and outside. 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. Yeary not normally a weekend guy, but we said in the pregame you may see some guys that normally don't pitch over the weekend in a weekend role with the amount of arms that Oral Roberts has had to use. And they're without a couple of key arms as well. The 1-1 drops below the zone. Last outing for Yeary was against North Dakota State. Through 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, 1 run. That run earned no walks and no strikeouts. This is his 3rd Summit League appearance. Pitched against South Dakota State as well. Through an inning and 2/3 scoreless up in Brookings. The 2-1. A liner into center field. That'll drop for a base hit. And the first hit of the game for the Tommies comes in the 6th. So Fritcher aboard. His 7th hit of the weekend. And that brings up Joe Roeder. 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Double play ball in order for Oral Roberts. So the no-hit bid combined, it comes to a close. Jackson Farrell can't undermine the fact that he threw 5 no-hit innings, though. So Yeary set of the belt and fires in the first pitch. In there for a called strike, bottom half of the zone. The Yeary redshirt freshman out of Dallas Baptist, native of Mansfield, Texas. And at 6'2", 190 pounds for the right-hander. And the 0-1 bounces in, but Connie Yates swallows it up. Very nicely done from Vialele to keep Fritcher at first. 1 ball and 1 strike. Leadoff man on. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, a 3-0 Oral Roberts lead. 1-1, big swing and a miss. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeary had his ups this year. Not only has he thrown an inning and 2/3 scoreless against South Dakota State, he did the same thing against Abilene Christian in February. Those are his 2 longest outings of the season. 1-2 outside. Evens up the count at 2-2 now. Well, we mentioned ORU without a couple of key arms. Those key arms being Weston Rouse and Braden Sanford. Nothing major with those 2. They should be back within the week, but unavailable here today. 2-2 skips below the zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And again, you're essentially without Jack Hill because of your 5 1/3 on Friday. Johnson threw over 2 innings. Thornton threw 2 innings, so you're probably not going to see either of those guys. Maybe we'll see Luke Williams. He throws an inning yesterday, but he does give up a run. Throw back over to first, not in time. It was close. Fritcher back in, barely. And Roughart, he only threw 2/3 of an inning, but he had to labor. 4 hits and 4 runs given up by him yesterday. Another throwback over to first, and they're going to say he balked. Fritcher was dead to rights right there, and they're going to say that he balked, and Ryan Fulmer's going to come out of the dugout. ORU dugout couldn't believe it. And he's going to have a conversation with the umpire that made the call, Jason Blackburn. Again, Fritcher was going to be out. So it's a balk on Uri. Fulmer walks away from the conversation with a shake of his head. So now a runner on scoring position on second. So a balk. First one of the weekend. Look back at second, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three, and Uri responds quite nicely. It's Roeder on strikes. His second K today. Uri's first. And here comes Owen Bond with a runner on second and one gone. This ballpark no stranger to balks. The 21-inning marathon ended on a walk-off balk. Probably the most famous balk in college baseball this year. Uri ready. Looks back at second, fires home. A breaking ball misses low. Well, so far, and I know that Uri is giving up the single, but his stuff has looked pretty sharp overall. In obviously very limited times. Looks back at Fritcher a few times in the 1-0. That one bounces in. Connie Yates keeps it in front of him, though, so Fritcher stays put. 2 balls, no strikes. Bond walked in the fourth. He grounded out in the second, officially 0 for 1. Look back at second. Now Uri will throw that way. Ellis wasn't covering, but he's got to throw anyway, or else he will have another balk.
Whether it's you doing the play-by-play or me doing the combination of both. Chris O'Lean's coming out of the first.
Yeah, now here comes Chris O'Lean, the head coach of the Tommies, and I think he's going to ask about whether or not that's a balk as well on Uri. But Uri, he went ahead and threw the baseball. I know it was a tad bit delayed because Ellis wasn't covering. So a lot of discussions about what is and what is not considered a balk here in this inning. And the conversation is over between Chris O'Lean and Josh Mara, home plate umpire. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Deep breath for him, and he fires in the 2-0. Misses low. 3 balls, no strikes. The right-hander up and warming. It is Cash Ferris. Talked about him in the pregame interview with Ryan Fulmer. He said that he would probably have a pretty big part in this game, and he is up and throwing. 3-0 from Uri. Right down the pipe. Bond takes all the way. Uri bounced back with a strikeout after the balk. And the 3-1. A liner hit well out into right field. Edmondson venturing back, still going. It's out of his reach, and it one-hops the wall. Fritcher rounding third. He'll come in to score. It'll be an RBI double from Owen Bond. And just like that, the Tommies are on the board. It's 3-1. Bond's 21st RBI of the season. And that brings up Matthew Malik. They replace the runner, and they add a run to the scoreboard. It's still only 1 out. Malik 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk. And Connie Yates is going to come out and talk with his redshirt freshman. I wonder how long it'll be until we see Cash Ferris, because he is throwing pretty intently. Now Wes Davis is going to come out of the dugout, it looks like. You see him moving. He's not officially out there yet, and now he is. Now Wes Davis makes the long walk. And they may head to the bullpen right here. We'll see. The rest of the infield follows Davis to the bump. So everybody gathers on the mound. It's been single box strikeout, RBI double. And I think Davis is buying Ferris as much time as possible to get him up and warm. As Josh Mara has made his way out to the bump. And they're going to make the late call. So that'll be it for Will Erie. Only last third of an inning, and the Tommies get on the board here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Cash Ferris will take over. We'll tell you all about Cash when we come back. Oral Roberts leading St. Thomas 3-1 in the Sunday Series finale. This is Golden Eagle Baseball on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
Get people in your door by going outdoors. Out there, it's drive time all the time. Travelers are a captive audience from point A to point B, and they'll see your advertising all day, every day. People change radio stations, but they rarely change their commute to work or their favorite places. It's high reach, high frequency, and one of the most dependable advertising mediums around. Let the professionals at Lamar Outdoor help you tap this valuable resource today.
Cash Ferris in for Will Erie as we resume play in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Oral Roberts with a 3-1 lead over the Tommies, but they are threatening after Owen Bond's RBI double with only 1 out. Erie finishes with a third of an inning, 2 hits, 1 run. That run earned. He's responsible for the man on second, no walks, and a strikeout for him. And Ferris, who's been really good this year, takes over. 17 appearances all out of the pen, a record of 2-2. And an ERA of 2.53 in 21 and a third innings, has given up 16 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned, 8 walks, and 20 strikeouts. An opponent average of 2.03 as he faces off against Matthew Malik. Last time out for Ferris came against Oklahoma State through an inning and a third, gave up a hit, 1 run, 2 walks, and struck out a batter. Last time out in Summit League play, through 2 innings against North Dakota State, allowed an unearned run, 2 hits, no walks, and 3 punch-outs. So Ferris has the ball in his hand now and fires in a first pitch ball a little bit outside. Ferris, the Oklahoma State transfer out of Midwest City, Oklahoma. At the pitch against his former team for the second time this year last Tuesday. 1-0. Hit on the ground over right side of the infield. Fenders got on the backhand, throws over to Ferris. Long cover, and he's there in time. Very nicely done from the Golden Eagle infield on the 3-1 putouts. It was a long way to go for Ferris from the bump, but he was able to get there in time. And it does move Bond over to third, but Oral Roberts out away from getting out of what could be much worse trouble. McNellis 0 for 2 here today. And they're actually going to pinch hit for him. It'll be Nolan Welke. Welke started yesterday. He pinch hit on Friday, where he went 0 for 1 on Friday. And the first pitch to him from Ferris is fouled back into the left. Yesterday for Welke. 1 for 4 with an RBI triple and a walk, 2 runs scored. lot of triples across this series on both sides. Ferris ready and the 0-1. Foul back to the left, same spot. Look out on the ricochet. Right into the stands. 0-2. Always got to keep your head on a swivel. A strike away for Ferris to limit the damage to just the one run. Ferris set in the midsection. And the 0-2 pitch on the way. A little bit outside. Tommies did not have a hit before this inning. Jackson Farrell threw 5 no-hit innings. He was really, really good in his longest outing of the year. Ferris looks over at third, where Bond is located, and the 1-2. Liner out into left field, playable for Combs over to his right, makes the catch, inning over. Very nicely done from Cash Ferris. He comes in and keeps the damage to just the one run, and we go to the 7th. It's the Golden Eagles 3 and the Tommies 1 after Bond's RBI double. Don't go anywhere. The good one continues on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better. Balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
Get people in your door by going outdoors. Out there, it's drive time all the time. Travelers are a captive audience from point A to point B, and they'll see your advertising all day, every day. People change radio stations, but they rarely change their commute to work or their favorite places. It's high reach, high frequency, and one of the most dependable advertising mediums around. Let the professionals at Lamar Outdoor help you tap this valuable resource today.
Pickup action here in the top of the 7th inning as Vailele Kana-Yates leads things off for the Golden Eagles. He is down to the count, 0-1 as Cash Ferris limits the damage in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Pitch home to Kana-Yates, grounded foul, 0-2. Sam Stockman is still out there for the Tommies as Oral Roberts leading the Tommies 3-1. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. Thanks so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. Kana-Yates 1 for 2 with an infield single. He's also walked on 4 pitches. The 0-2 ventures low to make it 1-2. Oh, are you looking to clinch the regular season outright title? They can do so with an Omaha loss. 1-2 called. Strike 3 over the outside part of the plate. Kana-Yates doesn't like the call. And there's the first out. Second strikeout for Stockman. Stockman at 110 pitches right now, so you have to imagine this is going to be the end of the line for him if things get hairy. So here's Cooper Combs. 1 for 2 with a single and a walk as well. First pitch on the way, and Combs grounds it the other way over to first base off the chest of Roeder, who is down to a knee, but he's able to scoop it up and take it himself to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the 7th. And here comes Martell Davis. 0 for 3, reached out an error in the 4th. Golden Eagles went in order in the 6th, trying to avoid doing so again in the 7th. We mentioned that Golden Eagles, well, they need a loss from Omaha. They are trailing the Bears 8-3 in the top of the 5th inning out in Greeley. First pitch to Davis. This is low and outside for a ball. So that is good news. 1-0. Davis takes the ball low and inside of the feet. 2 balls and no strikes. Oral Roberts with a lead after 6. Really good. 24-1. 2-0. Davis takes the ball high and outside. They have not trailed across the weekend. They've been tied one time, and that was in the second inning yesterday. The 3-0. Davis takes a strike at the top half of the zone. But that was the only time the Tommies have tied the score in this series. It's been all Golden Eagles since. 3-1 in there for a called strike 2. ORU dugout starting to get unhappy here. And I feel like these are the same misses that ORU's getting, except they're going the opposite way call-wise. Payoff pitch, that one well outside as Davis chucks the bat aside. And a 2-out walk here in the 7th. So here is Ethan Fender, 0 for 3, also reaching on an error.
Issued now by Stockman. Tack on the 3 errors that St. Thomas has had today as well. Chris O'Lean out of the first base.
Fender keeping the trend true, 2 hits. And they're both 2-run homers, and this will be the end of the line for Sam Stockman. So he walks Davis with 2 gone, and the Tommies will head to the bullpen for the first time here in the series finale. We'll tell you all about the new arm on the other side. The Golden Eagles with a 2-out base runner and leading 3-1 over the Tommies here in the Twin Cities. This is Golden Eagle Baseball on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
Get people in your door by going outdoors. Out there, it's drive time all the time. Travelers are a captive audience from point A to point B, and they'll see your advertising all day, every day. People change radio stations, but they rarely change commute to work or their favorite places. It's high reach, high frequency, and one of the most dependable advertising mediums around. Let the professionals at Lamar Outdoor help you tap this valuable resource today.
Zach Endress out of the bullpen for the Tommies, taking over for Sam Stockman, who goes 6 2/3. Gives up 5 hits, 3 runs, only one of them earned, but he is responsible for the runner on first base. 5 walks and 2 strikeouts. Overall, really good day for the left-handed sophomore Sam Stockman. And Zach Endress takes over. First time out of the bullpen for the Tommies, and Endress has had a pretty good season. 8 appearances all out of the bullpen, a record of 0-2 with a 5.02 ERA, 14 1/3 innings. Has given up 16 hits, 11 runs, 8 of them earned, 7 walks, 14 strikeouts, an opponent average of .258. Last time out for Endress came against Omaha in an 11-5 win through an inning of 2/3 of 1-run ball, 1 hit, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Faced ORU once and threw 2 scoreless on the 22nd of March. Gave up 1 hit and struck out a batter. So Ethan Fender digs in. 2-out base runner on first. That is Martell Davis after drawing a walk. That prompts the pitching change. And the first pitch on the way. Fender looks at the ball low and outside. Fender 0 for 3, reaching on an error and scoring in the 4th. ORU leading 3-1 here in the Sunday series finale. Throw back over to first. Not in time as Davis back in with a head first slide. No tag applied. And Fender's 2 hits have been Two two-run homers. Pitch home, that one misses upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Golden Eagles can clinch the outright regular season title with an Omaha Mavericks loss here today. And they are now down 9-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Out Greeley. Pitch home. Fender skies that one down the left field line, but it curls just foul. One hop the wall down there in the corner. That would have been extra bases all day. And instead, Fender pumps a loud strike down that left field line to make it 2-1. It's been a rough day for Omaha pitching. They have used 5 arms. Meanwhile, Landon for Northern Colorado has gone 5 innings. Omaha has really been stumbling as of late. They've blown a couple of big leads, and of course today, not off to a good start. Halfway through in Greeley. It's going to be a PitchCom device restructure on the arm for Endress. Looks down at his wrist and gets the call. 2-1. Fender looks at a ball upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. Still kind of weird to say that. He looks at his wrist to get the call. It's almost like a quarterback in the youth football / high school days where they got the playbook wristband. You know what I'm talking about. 3-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Fender went for a ball downstairs. Comes up empty. It's a full count to Ethan Fender, trying to keep the inning going. Cooper Kelly waits on deck for Oral Roberts. He homered earlier today. Endress fires the payoff pitch and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Fender gets out in front early, but ends up striking out. And Endress goes 1 up, 1 down to finish off the 7th, and it is stretch time from Coach Diamond here in the Twin Cities. Oral Roberts hanging on to a 3-1 lead over the Tommies in the Sunday Series finale. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle Baseball. You're listening to the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
Bottom of the 7th we go from Coach Diamond here in the Twin Cities. Oral Roberts leading St. Thomas 3-1 in the Sunday Series finale. TTCU Federal Credit Union is proud to be the exclusive credit union partner of Oral Roberts University. Founded by teachers in 1934, TTCU serves more than 150,000 members with 20 branch locations. If you don't have the ORU School Pride Visa debit card, get one today and support the Golden Eagles. Visit ttcu.com/ORU for details. Cash Ferris back out on the bump for the Golden Eagles. Adam Pooter in the box to lead things off for the Tommies. First pitch on the way. He grounds it foul into the ORU dugout. 0-1. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. The Golden Eagles have scored in the 2nd, 4th, and 5th. Tommies scoring most recently in the 6th off of Will Urey. But Cash Ferris retires the 2 batters he sees in that frame to get out of trouble. 0-1, that hits him in the back. He lost the breaking ball, and Pooter gets hit, and the leadoff man is on in the 7th for the Tommies. And that brings up Max Beresford, who's 0 for 2. Double play ball in effect for the Golden Eagle defense. Fly out and a ground out for Beresford. 3 for 9 across the series. And there's going to be an offensive meeting for the Tommies. Discussing the plan of attack here. Don't be surprised if we see bunts from the Tommies. They are one of the best in the country in laying down sack bunts, 35th specifically, with 29 of them this season. But ORU has turned 36 double plays. They've not turned one here today. Turned a couple yesterday. Now would be a big-time spot for one. So one of the best defensive units in the country all year, 7th nationally. The meeting is over, and Cash Ferris and company will get back to work after the Tommies are done discussing what they want to do here. And again, with Beresford being 0 for 2, would not be shocked if he throws down a bunt here, trying to gate that double play. ORU defense is not cheating in. So they've been a little unpredictable with it. And he shows bunt. First pitch is grounded right back to Ferris off the bump, throws over to first in time. So sack bunt moves Pooter up to second base. And that brings up Zan von Schlegel. 0 for 1 with a pop out and a walk. That takes the traditional double play out of order. But ORU picks up the out in the process. Von Schlegel is 2 for 7 across the weekend. First pitch on the way from Ferris. Misses outside for a ball. Another close one that just does not go ORU's way. Runner on second, one gone. Ferris looks back at second, fires home, a check swing, but a ball in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. 8 RBIs this year for Von Schlegel. A chance to pick up his 9th. The 2-0 from Ferris inside. 3 balls and no strikes.
But against Oral Roberts, it's a completely different ballgame where we've seen time and time again in this series how sound defensively they are.
A walk is not the worst thing in the world here. 3-0 from Ferris, right down the pipe for a strike. A walk would put the double play ball back in order. And obviously Pooter wouldn't go anywhere. He's stuck at second. Ferris looked back at Pooter, and the 3-1. In there for a called strike 2 of the bottom half. Good location there from Ferris. This would also be a pretty large second out if Ferris could get it. Payoff pitch on the way. Upstairs, ball 4. So runners on first and second now. The top of the order coming through for the Tommies. Only one out here, the 7th. Tanner Recchio stepping in. He is 0 for 3. Had a hit taken away from him by Martell Davis in the 5th. 2 for 12 across the weekend. Let's see if Recchio throws down a bunt here. Again, wouldn't be surprised because there's a decent chance he could beat it out, too, with his speed. He does not show here, and he takes a first pitch strike. He tried to get a bunt in the first inning, but he grounded it right to Kelly, who was charging at third. But again, it would not be too shocking if he tried to lay one down here. 0-1. Does not square again, and he takes the ball down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. It'll be interesting to see if and when that becomes a reality. Ferris is 1-1 on the way. Rolls it over to first base. Fender's got it, and he fields it and steps on the bag simultaneously for out number 2. So that'll work. Both runners move up 90 feet, but there are 2 gone. And here comes Easton Fritcher. Fritcher with a single in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. A pair of strikeouts as well for him. He has scored the only run for the Tommies here today. He's one of 2 hits for the Tommies here today. He delivered their first one of the game after 5 no-hit frames from Jackson Farrell. Ferris ready and fires in upstairs for a ball. Fritcher has driven in 21 this year, tying run on second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. ORU leading 3-1. Ferris trying to keep it that way. Ferris is 1-0 in there for a called strike. Ryan Fulmer said to us this week that Ferris is getting more and more comfortable in this late game, high leverage situation role. Exactly why we see him right now. 1-1. In there for a called strike 2. Delayed call by Mara. Tommy Dugout doesn't like it, and neither does Fritcher. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Both dugouts have had gripes with the strike zone so far this afternoon. Ferris ready, a chance to get out of it. The 1-2. That one just fought off. It hits Connie Yates and Josh Mara in the process. Both are okay. That is always good news.
The umpire in the Northern Colorado series, that was very much like that. That slow wait, call it. And that's one thing if you're communicating to catcher.
Cash is set. Can he embrace the moment? The 1-2 again. A liner into center field. Will it stay up? Diving attempt from Tanaka, and he's got it. Diving catch made from Akani Tanaka, sprinting in towards the infield, and he takes away the game-tying hit from Easton Fritcher and maintains a 3-1 lead as we go to the 8th. Heroics from number 10, and he shows up in the biggest way possible. To the 8th we go. Oral Roberts leading it 3-1 over the Tommies. This is Golden Eagle Baseball on the ORU Sports Network.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Makani Tanaka with a catch of arguably the season thus far for Oral Roberts maintains a 3-1 lead and sends us to the 8th inning. He came straight in from center and he lays out and takes away what would have likely been the game-tying base knock off the bat of Easton Fritcher. Well, we go to the top half of the 8th inning. Oral Roberts leading 3-1. And Cooper Kelly to lead things off. Matthew Maynard, Hudson Ellis to follow. 7, 8, and 9. One of the plays of the year for a defensive unit that has plenty of highlights. That may topple all of them. Zach Endress is back out in relief through a scoreless third of an inning, I guess. Struck out 1 batter to cap off that 7th inning. Took over for Sam Stockman, who threw 6 2/3, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned, 5 walks, 2 Ks. So here is Cooper Kelly. He's reached all 3 times here today. Solo homer, an error, and a fielder's choice. So whatever way you can get on, that'll work. First pitch on the way from Endress, and that one fouled straight back into the left. So 0-1. In between innings, they did discuss whether or not Tanaka did make the catch, and they did confirm the call. for those of you wondering. 0-1. That one outside in the opposite batter's box to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. So there's another big reason why the maturity of this team, too, is just so important because Mikani Tanaka, I mean, he's in his final season of collegiate baseball, amongst others. 1-1 pitch. That one misses a little bit inside, of course. ORU's graduation happened yesterday. And of course, a lot of these guys who technically graduated yesterday are, well, busy playing baseball here up in Minnesota. He's one of them. Here's the 2-1. That one shot fouled on the left field line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll officially be celebrating the graduates this coming weekend against Omaha, as well as Senior Day. Endress ready after looking at his wrist for the call. And the 2-2. That one misses a little bit inside. Nice eye there from Cooper Kelly. Draws a full count here to lead off the 8th inning. Once again, ORU can clinch the regular season outright title with an Omaha loss. And, well, winning on that same day would make it a little bit sweeter. 3-2. That one well upstairs for a ball. And leadoff walk for Cooper Kelly. I think that may have gotten a piece of Josh Mara, who's taken an extra second. And Mara is shaken up a little bit. I think it got him right in the mask. And I'm not sure if it hit Beresford's glove or not. Evan Roche, the athletic trainer, is going to come out, as well as the Tommy's athletic trainer. Mara is talking with Jason Blackburn about this. This is interesting because this is, I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but I don't think Mara is very happy about being hit by that ball. The Tommies were upset about a call earlier in the inning. It was a very delayed strike call. And Chris O'Lean, the head coach for the Tommies, did come out and talk to him between innings about it. I'm not saying that the Tommies would do anything like that, and I don't think that that's the reality, but you never know what's going on in the back of these guys' minds in the heat of competition and stuff like that. So everything is good now. So Cooper Kelly on first after the leadoff walk. And here comes Matthew Maynard. He shows bunt, and he pulls it back for a ball as it ventures inside. Maynard today 0 for 2 with a walk. He's got the leadoff man on here in the 8th inning. A run of insurance would go a long way if ORU was able to get it. He'll show bunt again, the 1-0, a chopper right in front of the plate. This is going to be a tough play. Endress from first, and he throws it away. Kelly over to second. He's going to get up to third. The stop sign from Ryan Neal there, and they're on the corners. What a bunt from Maynard, perfectly placed. And then the throw gets away at first, so everybody is safe. And that brings up Hudson Ellis with a major opportunity here in the top of the 8th inning. That is the 4th error on the Tommies here today. 59th on the season. And things have gone from bad to worse for the Tommy defense. So infield in for the Tommies. Ellis 0 for 3. Couple of flyouts and reached on a fielder's choice. First pitch, he shows bunt, pushes it up the first baseline, but it trickles foul. Well, the Tommies have committed 4 errors one time prior to today, which is their season high. It came against New Mexico on February 27th. 0-1 to Ellis after the bunt attempt. He does not square here, and he swings away and fouls it back into the right. 0-2. Nearly hits a car after a ricochet off the building. No balls and 2 strikes. Ellis has driven in 25 this year. Oh, 2 runner from first takes off, and there's no throw down. So Maynard takes second.
Virtually an assured stolen base for Maynard.
It will go down as a stolen base, not defensive indifference. So Maynard steals the bag, 2 in scoring position now, and a big, big spot grows. The 1-2 to Ellis, fouls it back off the top of the netting in front of the Tommy dugout, first base side. And the battle continues. Update from Greeley. The Mavs have struck back. Bears' lead has shrunk to 2. It is 9-7 in the top of the 6th. The 1-2 in there for a called strike 3, and Ellis knew it. Took the bat off of his shoulder for a second. And he was rung up by Mara. Second strikeout for Endres out of the pen. And here is Will Edmondson at the top of the order. So runners on second and third now with 1 out. Edmondson 1 for 4 with an infield single in the first inning. It's been pop-out, double play, line-out for him since. Kelly and Maynard on the bags. First pitch. That one misses low and outside. Skips in the opposite batter's box. Kelly walked. Maynard laid down a bunt and was aboard via a throwing error. 4th error of the day for the Tommies. 1-0, that one fouled straight back. Edmondson with 7 RBIs across the weekend. We keep highlighting that. Highest total out of any Golden Eagle in the RBI category over the weekend. I mean, he has just been magnificent. Hits in 18 of his last 19 now, including today. And he tripled yesterday. The 1-1. Edmondson, another foul ball. That one, a laser off the window of the top floor and ricochets right down. And we see somebody pop out of that window saying, hey, what just happened? There's a couple of faces now appearing in that window. That is pretty good. So after all that, we got a 1-2. Endres fires. Edmondson, a ground ball. Diving knocked down by Von Schlegel at third. Gets up and throws. He pulls the first baseman off the bag, and Edmondson is safe. A throw a little bit offline, and Roeder had to come off the bag to go grab it to make sure it didn't go by. Kelly scores in the process, and everybody is safe. They're on the corners, and the lead grows to 4-1. It was a nice initial play by Von Schlegel to keep it in the infield, diving to his left. But Edmondson is able to reach on the errant throw. That is Tommy error number 5, which is a single game high this year. And their 60th of the season. First pitch to Makani Tanaka, misses low and outside for a ball. So ORU back up 3, 4-1 here in the top of the 8th. Tanaka 1 for 3 with a triple and a run scored. Endres ready and fires, and Tanaka spoils it foul in front of the Tommy dugout. 1-1.
By St.Thomas today sets a new season high.
5 errors for the Tommies.
Mexico on February the 27th.
ORU has taken advantage promptly. Throw back over to first, not in time. So now for the Tommies, too. With the 5 errors today, they have committed 10 errors across the weekend. And you can't do that against a team like ORU. The 1-1 outside. 2 balls and a strike to Tanaka. A team and an offense in Oral Roberts that has played pretty well over the last month, and really a pitching staff in the Tommies that really hasn't pitched all too poorly here today. 2-1, and Tanaka ropes that one foul off the fencing of the bullpen over there down the right field line. 2-2, but again, you get 1 earned run against Sam Stockman in 6 2/3. I mean, you'll take that any day of the week. This has been a good day for the pitching staff, but the defense has just not backed them up. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Makani Tanaka. The pitch home, and that one fouled right over our heads. And off the netting, it was going to go over our heads. And everybody in front of me, myself included, a little bit of a flinch. So it remains 2-2 to Makani Tanaka. He's got 6 hits this weekend. Endress ready and fires. Tanaka swinging a miss for strike 3. Third strikeout for Endress, and there are 2 gone here in the 8th. So Endress officially threw an inning now, and all 3 outs via the strikeout. Here comes Vailele Kana-Yates with runners on the corners and 2 gone. ORU leading 4-1 here in the top of the 8th inning. The Sunday series finale, trying to make it a real happy 10-hour bus trip home after this one. Happy bus is always a lot better than a not-so-happy bus. First pitch on the way, Kana-Yates skies it, shallow right field. Bond over towards the line, sprinting into foul ground. Will he get there? It's off of his glove, and Kana-Yates stays alive. Wyndham playing with that one and pushing it into foul ground, and Bond comes up empty. So Kana-Yates lives to see another pitch instead of being retired on the first pitch he sees. And the defensive woes just continue for St. Thomas. Let's see if Oral Roberts can cash in, just like they did on Friday in a similar instance with Beresford behind the plates. 0-1 to Kana-Yates. Cue ball right side. Funky spin. It starts in foul territory. It goes back into fair territory down the first base line. And Roeder is there and takes it himself. The inning is over. I don't see that very often. And Oral Roberts back on the scoreboard. They take advantage of Tommy defensive blunders. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Oral Roberts 4 and St. Thomas 1. Don't go anywhere. This is the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast. Whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial, sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
ORU leading St. Thomas 4-1. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning from Coach Diamond here in the Twin Cities. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. And all the Golden Eagles take advantage of Tommy defensive blunders yet again. They have committed 5 errors here today, which is the most in a single game by the Tommies all season long. They commit 2 more in the 8th. Oral Roberts gets a run off of it. And the lead is back up to 3. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. And here comes Joe Roeder, who just played that really funky ground ball from Vailele Kana-Yates. One that Kana-Yates hits the other way up the first baseline. And it's so much spin on it. It started in foul ground and then went back into fair ground. And Roeder was able to take it himself. It's the second time we've seen that from an ORU batter this season, which is crazy. First pitch is fouled off by Roeder, facing off against Cash Ferris, who's still out there for the Golden Eagles. Ferris has looked good in relief of Will Yeary. 0-1. High and outside for a ball. So, as a product of all those errors for Oral Roberts, half of the runs are earned, which you'd think it'd be more unearned runs as the 1-1 ventures low, 2 balls and a strike. I think it's been a pretty low-scoring game, so that is the fact of the matter. Pitch home, Roeder pokes it the other way into left field, and Combs makes a running catch. 1 up, 1 down here in the 8th inning. And that brings up Owen Bond. Another update from Greeley. That game getting a little bit closer, but it's in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bears leading the Mavericks 9-7. If you're just joining us, ORU needs an Omaha loss to clinch the outright Summit League regular season title here this afternoon. First pitch, a little bit upstairs for a ball. It'll be the first outright regular season title since 2023 when they went to the College World Series later on that season. 1-0 in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Bond with a RBI double in the 6th. He's 1 for 2. Also has a walk sprinkled in there. Ferris out of the wind and the 2-0. Hit hard and off the glove of Fender, and it's into foul ground. And they're going to say it's a fair ball. Nobody really realized it for a second as Bond is around first. He'll get into second standing up. And it'll be a 1-out double. ORU's arguing that Fender hit that in foul territory. And Ryan Fulmer's going to come out of the dugout.
And it looked like it might have gotten a piece of it there on the replay.
The Fender certainly went for the ball. And a very quick conversation between Fulmer and Josh Mara. So not much to discuss there. So it'll go down as another double for Bond. Again, everybody kind of stopped there for a moment. And there wasn't really that clear of a call either from Jason Blackburn at first, so I understand why Bond stopped running. But he's into second now with 1 out. Pitch home, and that one fouled straight back into the left by Matthew Mullock, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. So Bond now with a pair of doubles in a 2 for 3 day where he's reached 3 times. He's playing like himself here today, second best average in the Summit entering the weekend and entering Sunday. Here's that one stroked out into left center, and Makani Tanaka is there. 2 gone here in the 8th. And that brings up Nolan Welke. Welke's second at bat of the day. He lined out to left field his first time up. Base runner on second base with 2 gone. ORU leading 4-1. Ferris looks back at him and fires in the first pitch. In there for a called strike. Tommies today, they have left 7 runners on. 0-1. I went outside, and that coming after 5 frames without a hit. They left him loaded in the 4th. They leave 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. They left 2 in the 7th. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Ferris fires home to Welke outside. 2 balls and a strike. A game that ended in a score of 18-14 yesterday. A lot different here today. Pitch home, fouled back into the left over our heads. Look out in the stands there after a few ricochets. And it lands just off to our left. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Ferris trying to get through yet another inning. And the 2-2. Check swing. They appeal over to third. He did not go around. It was close. But Welke held up. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Just a little bit.
The big pitch coming up now right here for Cash Ferris. The payoff popped up and off the netting. Another foul ball off the bat of Nolan Welke. ORU's won 5 of their last 6, trying to extend that as well. Ferris's payoff again in the dirt ball 4. It gets away from Connie Yates, but he keeps it in front of him, and that keeps the runner bonded second. And here comes Adam Pooter. Pooter 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the 7th. So 2 on and 2 out now in a 4-1 game in favor of Oral Roberts. Pooter is the tying run. Ferris with a deep breath fires in the first pitch in there for a called strike. Ferris out of the bullpen has gone 2 1/3. 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. It's been great in relief of Will Urey, who only goes a third of an inning and gives up the run. The 0-1. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. There is an arm up and throwing, a right-hander for Oral Roberts. So I bet this will be Ferris's last inning. The 0-2. Just below the strike zone. It looks like it's Maddox Thornton, but we will get you confirmation on that as soon as we can. He threw 2 innings yesterday. Ryan Fulmer said they were a really good 2 innings. The 1-2. Check swing. They appeal over to first. He did not go around. Once again, ORU disagreeing with a call there. So Pooter holds up just as Welke did. And we're back to 2s all over the scoreboard with 2 on now. Ferris fires home. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Cash Ferris battles back, and he sits down Pooter on strikes. And the bottom of the 8th comes to a close. The Tommies leave 2, and we go to the 9th. Oral Roberts nursing a 4-1 lead here in the Sunday Series finale. And they are 3 outs away from a victory. We'll come back in a moment. This is Golden Eagle Baseball on the ORU Sports Network.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today. WAC.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
To the 9th inning we go. Oral Roberts with a 4-1 lead over the Tommies here in the Sunday Series finale. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. Cash Ferris, magnificent out of the bullpen. He goes 2 2/3, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. It is not confirmed that we won't see him in the 9th, but I would venture to imagine we will not. With a right-hander up and throwing right now for the Golden Eagles in the bullpen. But we'll cross that bridge when we get here as Cooper Combs leads things off in the top of the 9th. 4, 5, and 6 to up for the Golden Eagles against Zach Endress. And the first pitch in there for a called strike. Combs 1 for 3 today with a single and a walk. He's been stranded on first and third, respectively. Rounded out to the first baseman, Roeder, last time up. Andre side of the line, and he'll 1 in there for a called strike 2. Endress has been good out of the bullpen as well. I mean, again, the Tommy pitching today has not been subpar whatsoever. He's given up a run without giving up a hit. It's been the defense 5 errors committed by the Tommies. 0-2, and Combs swings right through it for strike 3. So Endress with a 3-pitch strikeout is 4th in relief. And there's one gone here in the top of the 9th inning, and that'll bring up Martell Davis. 0 for 3, he has reached on an error and a walk. Davis now 5 for 13 in the series. And the first pitch on the way to Davis, a check swing, and that ball ventures below the zone. They do a late appeal, and he did go around. So just kidding. Retract that ball, make it a strike. Pitch home, and Davis rolls it over third base side, and that makes it 0-2. Scoreboard here says 1-1, but again, it was a super late appeal. It is 0-2 as Josh Marr, the home plate umpire, officially signals that. 0-2 to Martell Davis. Endress out of the wind and fires home. That one in the dirt. Make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Martell has been really good all series, obviously really good all season too, batting .305. Trying to get back in the hit column here. The 1-2 popped up right center and shallow. It is Fritcher in center. Into the right center field gap, making the catch. 2 gone. So Davis retired, and there are 2 gone here in the top of the 9th inning. That brings up Ethan Fender, who's 0 for 4. Reached on an error and scored. He's also struck out a few times here today. Well, in the 9th for the Tommies, it'll be 8-9-1. Max Beresford, Zan Von Schlegel, and Tanner Recchio. First pitch is well high to Fender for a ball. And ORU, when leading after 8 innings, they are 22-0 this year. I'd say that's pretty good. 1-0 on the way to Fender. Skies it foul down the right field line, and there will be no play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Omaha and Northern Colorado have both added to their scores. The Bears now leading 10-8 in the top of the 7th. So things still looking good for Oral Roberts in Greeley. That game has gotten a lot closer as it's progressed. 1-1 to Fender. Hits it hard on the ground and through into center field. And Ethan Fender with his 3rd hit of the series. And he extends the top of the 9th with a 2-out single. That brings up Cooper Kelly. This is the 6th hit of the game for Oral Roberts. They are within 10 of their hit total yesterday with 16. And we saw 32 combined runs yesterday in an 18-14 ORU win. We saw 34 combined hits. First pitch on the way to Kelly in there for a called strike. Kelly has reached all 4 times, and he's done it 4 different ways. A solo homer, an error, a fielder's choice, and a walk. He has scored 2 runs. 0-1 to him. This is low and outside for a ball. Doesn't really matter how you get on as long as you get on. And it's kind of the money ball approach. What does he do? He gets on base. 1-1. Big swing and a miss. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kelly. A runner on first, 2 gone. And the 1-2. Kelly fouls it straight back off the netting. Thank goodness there's a net there, else he'd be ducking out of the way. And again, we will see if it is Cash Ferris again in the 9th, or if ORU goes to the bullpen. I would guess they will go to the bullpen. The 1-2, just outside for a ball. Nice take there from Cooper Kelly to make it 2-2. Just joining us, Ferris, 2 2/3 scoreless, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Fantastic today. We'll throw back over to first. Fender in without a slide.
Now, there is a wonderful spot in town by the name of Can Wonderland. There's a whole bunch of retro games, pinball machines, and the like. They have Drummy Open on the first and third Thursdays of every month where it's karaoke.
The 2-2. Endress fires. Spoiled foul back into the left. Well, right now, Jackson Farrell is in line for the win, which would be his 3rd of the year. Sam Stockman in line for the loss, despite giving up 1 earned run. The 2-2. Fouled back again.
The Tommies will hit the road themselves. We told you Iowa first, and South Dakota State rookie 2-3.
So the battle continues. And the 2-2 again. High and outside.
Once again, we see a count that started off with 2 strikes, going full 3-2.
Golden Eagle hitters have done a phenomenal job all weekend battling back in counts. Another prime example right here. Payoff pitch in there for a called strike 3. Went through the back door. Kelly gives it the bend of the knees type reaction. He doesn't like the call, but that is that for the top of the 9th. 5th strikeout for Endress in relief. We go to the bottom half. Oral Roberts 3 outs away from a sweep here in the Twin Cities. And they are looking for conference win number 19 and potentially that outright regular season title. Stick with us. Golden Eagle Baseball continues on the ORU Sports Network after this.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
We go to the bottom of the 9th inning for the Twin Cities. Coach Diamond on the University of St. Thomas's campus. Oral Roberts 3 outs away from a series sweep as they lead the Tommies 4-1. Cash Ferris's day is done. 2 2/3 scoreless, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And the right-hander Maddox Thornton takes over. His 2nd appearance in as many days. Through 2 scoreless yesterday, gave up 1 hit, no walks, and no strikeouts for him. But a phenomenal outing in a game that had anything but pitching yesterday. And so he will be called upon to try and close out this game. It is a save situation with a 3-run lead. So a chance to try and pick that up as well in the process. As the numbers for Maddox Thornton, 20 appearances, a record of 1-1 with a 4.79 ERA. He does have 4 saves this year. 35 2/3 innings, 37 hits, 21 runs, 19 of them earned, 7 walks, 24 strikeouts, and opponent average of a 2.66. So coming up to lead things off, Max Beresford, Zanvon Schlegel, and Tanner Recchio, the scheduled 3. First pitch on the way. Drops in for a called strike from Maddox Thornton. Thornton, a grad student out of Bentonville, Arkansas, fires the 0-1. A little bit upstairs. Omaha has inched a run closer in Greeley. Top of the 7th, the Bears lead it 10-9. ORU needs a Bears win. 1-1. On the ground over to second base. Martell Davis there has been magnificent all day. And he throws him out at first. 1 up, 1 down here in the ninth. So Beresford goes 0 for today. As Zan Von Schlegel steps in. 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. Base is empty and 1 gone. The Golden Eagles looking for conference win number 19. And the first pitch on the way from Thornton into the gap right center field. And that'll get down for a base hit. It'll go all the way to the wall. Von Schlegel racing around first. He's up to second, thinking 3. The relay throw from Martell Davis on the way in, but it is late. And a 1-out triple from Zan Von Schlegel. And the Tommies not going away just yet. That'll bring up the top of the order. Tanner Recchio coming through. The second hit given up by Thornton this weekend. Good news for ORU. They have a 3-run cushion. First pitch on the way, and Recchio takes a strike. Recchio 0 for 4 today. 3 groundouts and a flyout for him. That triple for Von Schlegel was his 3rd of the weekend. 0-1. And that one chopped foul straight to the backstop. 0-2 for Recchio. Wind still blowing in from right field, which does not favor the left-handed Recchio. He did hit a homer yesterday. Both of his homers have come against Oral Roberts this season, coincidentally enough. Thornton ready, and the 0-2. Off the end of the bat, over to shortstop. Ellis on the backhand. Long throw across the diamond, not in time. Too much speed from Recchio. And an infield RBI single makes it 4-2. Really nice play there from Ellis, but again, Recchio just too fast. And here comes Easton Fritcher. 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored. ORU now up 4-2. And Fritcher is the tying run. Thornton ready and fires in the first pitch. Misses low for a ball. Pressure starting to get applied a little bit here by the Tommies. They fought back every opportunity they had yesterday. No different here in the ninth. 1-0. That one hit the other way, foul down the left field line. Makes it 1-1. Fritcher has struck out twice here today, but both of those strikeouts came against Jackson Farrell. Runner on first, 1 out. Double play ball is in order, and the 1-1. Hit hard on the ground, could be 2. Fender steps on the bag, 1, throw over to second. It goes off of Recchio into left center. Recchio's at second. He'll take off for third, and he'll get in there safely. But ORU does get the out at first base, so chaos there on the base paths. Nearly a double play, but the throw hit Recchio on the slide. And here comes Joe Roeder with a runner on third base. It'll be a throwing error on Fender. First error of the game for Oral Roberts. So for Fritcher, it'll go down as a 3 unassisted. ORU 1 out away. Thornton fires in the first pitch, misses low. Recchio took a while to take off. I don't think he really knew where the ball was. I think Ellis deked him a little bit. He acted like he had the ball in his mitts, and he held him on the bag for a good 2-3 seconds before he took off. 1 ball, no strikes. The delivery in there for a called strike. Nice location there from Thornton. Count 1-1 for Joe Roeder. Thornton has his sign in the 1-1. A check swing, but they ring him up anyway. He went too far, and ORU 1 strike away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Golden Eagles looking for the series sweep and the regular season sweep of the Tommies. Thornton set, fires, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's your ball game. Maddox Thornton shuts the door in the 9th, and Oral Roberts pulls off the weekend series sweep. The final score on Sunday, the Golden Eagles 4 and the Tommies 2. Conference win number 19 for Oral Roberts. Overall win number 29. And now all we do is wait. The outcome in Greeley will decide whether or not the outright title is given to the Golden Eagles today, or will we have to wait until next weekend? So all eyes turn to the Bears and the Mavericks. But while we do that, we'll also recap all 9 innings coming up on the Empire Fence post-game show. Once again, the final score, Oral Roberts wins it in the series finale, 4-2 over the Tommies. We'll be back in a moment on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
Get people in your door by going outdoors. Out there, it's drive time all the time. Travelers are a captive audience from point A to point B, and they'll see your advertising all day, every day. People change radio stations, but they rarely change their commute to work or their favorite places. It's high reach, high frequency, and one of the most dependable advertising mediums around. Let the professionals at Lamar Outdoor help you tap this valuable resource today.
9 innings are in the books, and it's time for the Empire Fence postgame report. For the full breakdown, stats, and reaction, here's play-by-play voice, Connor Clark.
Well, the series finale, a lot different than Saturday afternoon, but it was close nonetheless. But Oral Roberts able to pull it out and pull off the regular season sweep of the St. Thomas Tommies as they win on Sunday by a final score of 4-2. Welcome into the ORU Sports Network. My name is Connor Clark. This is the Empire Fence post-game show. Shout out to MJ, the strength coach, right behind us here on Behind the Mic. And let's recap all 9 innings as Oral Roberts wins their 29th game of the year and their 19th conference game of the season. And Oral Roberts opened up the scoring for the 3rd time in 3 games over the weekend. A Cooper Kelly solo shot opened it up. That made it 1-0 Oral Roberts. They would get back in the scoring column in the 4th inning after a plethora of errors from the Tommies would score Ethan Fender. The Tommies turned 5 errors here today defensively. ORU got another one in the 5th inning with, guess what, more errors as Tanaka started off the inning with a triple. He would come in to score moments later, and ORU would take a 3-0 lead into the bottom of the 6th. That's when the Tommies got on the board for the first time. An RBI double from Owen Bond would score Easton Fritcher to make it 3-1. ORU would get one back in the 8th inning as more errors from the Tommy defense allowed ORU to score one more time. The run coming from Cooper Kelly to make it 4-1. In the bottom of the 9th, the Tommies did apply pressure. They would score 1 run on an RBI infield single from Tanner Recchio, his 23rd run driven in this year, scoring Zanvon Schlegel, who tripled moments earlier. But Maddox Thornton is able to shut the door with a strikeout of Joe Roeder. And that would be that in the series finale. Final totals for you. Oral Roberts, 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They leave 13 in St. Thomas. 2 runs, 5 hits, 5 errors. They leave 10 on base. Farrell gets the win, 3-1. Stockman gets the loss, 2-3. Maddox Thornton picks up his 5th save of the season. And, well, let's talk about Jackson Farrell because he threw 5 no-hit innings here today, his longest outing of the season. He did walk 4 batters, but he combated that with 4 strikeouts as well. He was fantastic. Cash Ferris was also fantastic out of the bullpen. 2 2/3 scoreless, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Really settled things down after the Tommies gained momentum against Will Urey, who was in before Ferris to take over for Jackson Farrell. And then, of course, Maddox Thornton closing things out here today. And, well, when you give ORU an offense the way that they've been playing, the opportunities that the Tommies gave them, they will take full advantage. And they did so here today with a close 4-2 win. So Oral Roberts now up to 29-17, 19-3 in the Summit. St. Thomas falls to 9-33, 6-14 in the Summit. And, well, this is the hard part. Now we sit and wait. Bottom of the 7th inning out in Greeley. The Bears lead the Mavericks of Omaha 10-9. What ORU needs is an Omaha loss to clinch the outright regular season title. We will not find that answer out until that game is over, unfortunately. So everybody, go start doing your scoreboard watching and go start rooting for the Bears so Oral Roberts can clinch their first outright title since 2023. But very successful weekend up here in the Twin Cities. ORU sweeps yet another conference foe. They do it for the second time over the St. Thomas Tommies. They will now head back home for a 5-game homestand. They'll take on Cincinnati on Tuesday night, Omaha for 3 over the weekend, and then Oklahoma State the following Tuesday on the 12th before taking off on the road to take on Northern Colorado. And then before you know it, it is Summit League tournament time. So a lot to look forward to in the month of May. I keep forgetting that the calendar's turned over this weekend as well. So a lot to play for, a lot of exciting baseball coming your way, and Oral Roberts gets it done yet again by a final of 4-2. So that'll do it for us here from the Twin Cities. A big thanks to our sponsorship group, as always, for helping us put on these great broadcasts. A big thanks to our ORU Sports Network crew for making us look and sound great with each and every single game we get to do. And a big thanks to all of you for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. My name's Connor Clark saying so long from Coach Diamond in the Twin Cities. We'll talk to you again on Tuesday night when ORU welcomes in the Cincinnati Bearcats to Chapman Park. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and the rest of your weekend. You've been listening to Golden Eagle Baseball right here on the ORU Sports Network.